Okay, and I think we're live. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Truth Stream, your number one source for truth and truth tellers on the internet. We have another great episode this week. We are continuing our ongoing investigation into the Nation of Islam and all of its bizarro factions. Let me give you, first of all, Viz, say hello to the people on at home.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but the Rubenoid might not be joining us.
Yes, our
I
friend
couldn't get in contact with him.
our friend Rolf will not be joining us this week, which is too bad
It's
because,
raining, so the smoke signals won't send.
yeah, unfortunately, there some of the members of his nation will be a part of our discussion today, and it's too bad he won't be able to see it, but we'll get to that later. So, let me give you a rundown of our previous two streams just so you can understand, to give you some background as to what we'll be doing today. Over the last two streams, we have been talking about bizarre black pseudo nationalist cults. We discussed some groups like the Negus Network with a website that is impossible to access, the Canaanite Moors, a variety of bizarre groups that I found on Facebook, as well as different splinter groups of the Nation of Islam. The first of which was, of course, the Moorish Science Temple, which predated the Nation of Islam, and this group basically continued working as normal until two of its members killed each other in the temple's Unity Hall, and then the police beat the leader of the group to death, or he got tuberculosis. It's unclear, but it's probably the police. Then one of its members claimed to be his reincarnation, despite both of them being alive at the same time. And when they wouldn't accept him as the reincarnation, he formed the Nation of Islam. The nation that was Farad. What was his name? Farad Muhammad. He ran the group for a while until one of his members murdered a white man in a ritualistic sacrifice to the devil, and Farad just skipped town and disappeared forever. He was replaced by, what's his name, Elijah Muhammad, who claimed that Farad was actually God, and that he had told them this in secret, and that Elijah, is his prophet. This went on for a while, then Elijah died. His son tried to make the Nation of Islam slightly less insane, so Farrakhan took all of the members and left. I forgot also to mention that Malcolm X was, of course, part of the group until he got tired of being laughed at by actual Muslims for believing in magical big head scientists. So, of course, the Nation of Islam murdered him. And currently, the Nation of Islam is a part of Scientology. So, that is the story of the Nation of Islam. And there was, of course, another group we discussed, which was the 5% Nation, who are a group of people who left the Nation of Islam because they realized that the Nation of Islam. Hold on, Viz is having some problems with her connection. Viz, hold on. Can you hear me, Viz?
Connected. You need to pitch audio.
I'm sorry.
I can hear you, but I'm probably going to be coming in loud like last time.
No, you're fine. You're coming in fine. I can hear you fine. Say something real quick.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're coming in fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You're
7,
fine.
8.
Okay. So as I was saying,
Last time I came in and out, audio.
Okay. So as I was saying, so the 5% Nation split off from the Nation of Islam because the Nation of Islam, the founder of the Nation of Islam was at best only half black, at worst not black at all. Farad Muhammad was probably not even black, and the founder of the 5% Nation, of course, got also murdered. And now all of these groups are completely insane. The 5% Nation is almost entirely composed of people in jail. The Moorish Science Temple is creating the.
You can just say the black odd guy. It's fine.
Let me just give people a summary. The Moorish Science Temple has split off into like a million different groups, and they are making fake IDs and fake DMV cards and all sorts of shit. But none of these groups.
They're sovereign citizens.
Yeah, they are the black sovereign citizens. But none of these groups are as insane as the groups that we are going to be talking about today. So let me just go ahead and show this to the audience. I'm just going to open this up. This is just the Wikipedia page of the Nation of Islam. Now, there are a bunch of splinter groups, but not. But these splinter groups, let me just go ahead and move up here, offshoots and sects, and I'm just going to go ahead and hide the chat for a second so that you can see this. Let's get rid of this for a moment. So these are some of the sects. The American Society of Muslims, they're the people who try to reform the Nation of Islam and become normal. The 5% Nation, the United Nation of Islam, the Nation of Yahweh, we won't be talking about them today, and the Nuwaubian Nation, and of course the Black Science Temple, which I mentioned. So the groups we've already talked about, they're normal compared to the groups we're going to be talking about today. The United Nation of Islam, the Nuwaubian Nation, and one more group that does not appear on Wikipedia, but I found and is another major splinter group of the Nation of Islam, and it is exactly as insane as all the others. So let's begin with just let me see, which link do I want to show you first? Let's begin with the United Nation of Islam. Let's go to their Facebook page. I think their Facebook page will be a good place to start. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on. Now my computer's running kind of slow. So let's go to the United Nation of Islam Facebook page. It's not very interesting. I just want to give you a general idea of who the United Nation of Islam are. Hold on, let me just get the chat back on the screen. I wouldn't want you all to miss your own texts. And here we are. Let's see, let's click this little picture. United Nation of Islam. The Prophet said, "He who commits suicide by throttling shall keep on throttling himself in the hellfire forever." That's nice. Just some not now. Get this thing off my screen. Just regular videos. These are very normal people. This tweet must be taken as an SOS, save our souls, message to all Muslims living on this planet. If we all die and you keep quiet, you will be answerable to Allah the Magnificent. Indians are about to launch the biggest genocide in the history of mankind. May Allah protect us. Don't know what the Indians are up to.
Wait, what?
Yes, the Indians are about to kill all the Muslims.
Like the Hindu Indians?
The
Or
Hindu
like,
Indians.
I gotta call Rolf and ask him why he's not online right now.
I think Rolf is killing Muslims, yeah. So that's just the this is some nice animation.
Damn, Rolf, you were supposed to call.
Vez, you're really choppy today, but that's fine.
I am super choppy today, and I cut out and came back in just now. It's awful.
It's okay. Okay, hold on. Let's scroll a bit down. Just pictures. Let's go to another page. Let's look at some more content. Okay, so let me just give you some background on the United Nation of Islam. Let's go to their Wikipedia page. That should be good. See, offshoots and sects. United Nation of Islam. This is where it gets interesting. The United Nation of Islam.
Okay, wait. There's the Nation of Islam and there's the United Nation of Islam.
Yes, but they are not the
Is
same
it the
at all.
UK of the.
I'm sorry?
Are they like the UK or something?
Yeah, they're like the UK. Viz, that's a great guess. I'm gonna take myself a sip of water.
Oh, that's not water, is it?
Yeah, it's cola. I'm fat. Okay. Let me go ahead and read
The
this.
value creators.
Hold on, let me read
boy.
this. Let me read this. The United Nation of Islam is an African American religious movement based in Kansas City, Kansas. It was founded in 1978 as an offshoot of the Nation of Islam by Royal Jenkins, who continued to be the group's leader and styles himself Royal Allah in person. That is how he calls himself. Since the founding, the group has undergone numerous name changes and is currently known as the Value Creators. Not something that I would call the members of this group, but that's fine. Okay, history. Royal Jenkins was born in 1942 in South Carolina and grew up in Eastern Maryland, later moving to New York and then Chicago. While working as a long-distance truck driver, delivering publications of the Nation of Islam, their paper, He remained a member until after the death of Elijah Muhammad, but split from the organization in 1978. According to Jenkins, he spent time on a spaceship with angels, where he learned that he was the supreme being and how to govern the world. How are you feeling about this so far, Viz? Viz, have you disconnected again? Viz has disconnected again. It's unfortunate. Viz, you gotta join the call. You sleepy bitch. Okay, I'm gonna continue without Viz for a second. Okay, so as you can see, this man, Royal, a lion person as he is known, is the supreme being, and he was told this by a spaceship of angels. But public records showed Jenkins working as a truck driver and living mostly with friends as he tried to recruit followers, including his daughter, Maureen, who joined him in 1985 in a house in Waldorf, Maryland. I'm sorry?
Maureen.
Maureen.
Just hearing all of this and then just his daughter, Maureen.
His daughter, Maureen. His name is Royal.
I'm a supreme being. I've spent time on spaceships with Elijah Muhammad. Oh, and my daughter, Maureen.
Yeah. Hello, I am Royal, a lion person, and this is, of course, my daughter, Maureen. I will continue. The United Nation of Islam eventually grew and was incorporated as a nonprofit organization in New Jersey in 1993. Between 1996 and 2002, the group... I'm sorry?
Non-profit, huh?
Yeah, well, it's non-profit because they are constantly losing money, but we'll talk about that soon. The group relocated is currently...
Oh boy.
Yeah. The group is currently in a Kansas City location. The United Nation of Islam is very controversial and currently has a membership of a few hundred people. Beliefs. The United Nation of Islam's beliefs are based on the beliefs of the Nation of Islam with considerable modifications by Jenkins. While believing that Allah came in person of Wallace Farad Muhammad, founder of the Nation of Islam, Jenkins claims that he himself is Allah in his own person, who is more powerful and who is given the task of coercing the submission of all things and perfecting everything used to magnify him, after which men, specifically males, will all be God or gods.
Shit, looks like I'm outnumbered.
Sorry, baby, you're fucked. He's going to become Allah and fucking kill all of you women. Just you're fucked. You better pray for the mercy. You better pray for the mercy of Royal Muhammad Allah in person. Jenkins stresses the relationship between different races and sexes, referring extensively to black men, black women, and white men. Black men are said to be the real and original men. By the way, stop making fun of my reading capabilities. This is not my native language. Fuck everyone who's making fun of me. Whereas white people are claimed to have been created by a scientist named Yaqub 6,000 years ago. The same belief is held, at least in a metaphorical sense, by the followers of the Nation of Islam prior to the death of Elijah Muhammad. Jenkins also claims that black men created black women as a natural pleasure. I would contest that. Women are a constant pain. That women are inferior. Okay, he's right about that. And that following female guidance leads to hell. He believes that He believes that the black women are in league with the white men, whom he considers enemies, and condemns women seeking child support, custody, and alimony through courts.
Oh, of course he does!
This is the blackest religion on earth.
It really is. And it's a non-profit, too!
Yeah, paying child support is a fucking sin, you bitch. Fuck your courts, I'm not paying. That is not my baby.
That's not my baby, and you left me to go be with that white man with the job. And
This is
sure, he could pay for a house, but he's not me. He's white. That's
this
not
is
my
the
kid.
blackest religion on earth. They like. I wonder if they have any commandments about like food stamps and shit. How alimony is a fucking sin. Allah
Oh my
Himself
god,
has told you.
no. They're oh fuck, what is it? Their Good Friday meal instead of needing to eat fish on Good Friday, that you gotta have chicken.
Viz, there's no need for racism on my stream,
You
please.
gotta have your chicken and your watermelons.
Goddamn, Viz, let me continue reading this informative article, okay? Jenkins also claims that the current Nation of Islam has been led astray by its leader, Louis Farrakhan, whom he asserts is the most formidable enemy of Allah. But of course, he's Allah, so I don't understand. Like, is Farrakhan the strongest person who can beat him in a fight? What does that mean? He's Allah. That
Well,
Farrakhan.
it's like that whole God riddle of like can you create something that can't be lifted by anyone, but then can you lift it? Which means
Yeah,
it's the paradox.
it's a paradox.
It's
Okay,
the whole God paradox thing you see atheists
yeah.
weave in like music videos or something.
Let me go on here. And that Farrakhan uses tricks and deceptive tactics to silence anyone else's voice and prepare the masses.
Trickology. It's the
Trickology,
white
yeah.
man's trickology.
It's tricknology. Louis Farrakhan is using tricknology. Okay, he is doing this to prepare the masses to fight for him, although appearing to be against the white man. In Sikh, he spells white man as one word, and his government. Okay, let's go into operations. I will get into
There's a difference between a white man and general white colored people. You see, the white man is actually a code for the Jews.
Louis Farrakhan is the white man. Okay, we've established that. Let's talk about the or operations. Now you'll soon see what the problem is with with this group. Members of the United Nation of Islam work as unpaid.
There is any problem with this group.
There is no problem. Members of the United Nation of Islam work as unpaid labor in various businesses owned by the organization. United Nation of Islam owned businesses include a full service gas station, your gas station, several restaurants and bakeries, a sewing factory, an urgent care medical facility, your colonic center, and a construction company, among others. United Nation of Islam claims that it provides for all the needs of all full time volunteers. The group has roughly 200 full time members in Kansas City, with perhaps 300 spread across several cities. Most of the latter are part time. United Nation of Islam.
Okay, so they all work part-time at a gas station, restaurant, or sewing factory. This really is the blackest religion of all.
Yeah, this is an extremely black religion. Yep. The
Now we
United.
just need a few who work in a liquor store.
Yeah. The United Nation of Islam hosts several call in and radio programs across the United States. Jenkins appears regularly on these programs as well as touting touring various U.S. cities. The United Nation of Islam also offers classes that has a website that provides extensive writing by Jenkins and recordings of his TV appearances. After moving to Kansas City in 1996, although his headquarters was not moved until 2001, the United Nation of Islam received commendations for apparently aiding in the renewal of the area along Quirendo Boulevard that has a reputation of high crime rates as a slum. The group purchased several properties in the area. Basically, they were told that they've lowered the crime rates, but in later articles it is explained that there is no proof of that at all. Like it was a marginal decrease in crime for a short period of time. They did not decrease the crime rate. Let's see. So let's talk. Let's read a little bit about.
No. Just tell me that last line you said again. They did not decrease the crime rate?
I'm not. That's not something I'm reading. That's something I read in a different article. There's no proof they actually decreased the crime rate at all.
Despite!
God damn it, Viz. I'm trying to read here, okay? Viz.
Can we get an N in chat for their efforts?
No, do not post N. Do not put
Can we
N
get
in
an N
chat.
for effort?
No, no N's in chat, please.
You're right. We need an I for and a G for great job.
Okay, I'm gonna continue reading this because you're ruining my stream as usual. Let's read a little bit about the Jenkins family, the Allah family. Royale is Allah. Jenkins has taken several wives from among his followers, including a teenage stepdaughter. After having impregnated her, from these unions, he has fathered at least 15 children.
Is he the guy who cult where he fathered all those children that he shot every single one of them?
No, that's a not this cult. Jenkins claims that he is justified in practicing polygamy, comparing himself to King Solomon, and claiming in the near future a man will be known for his wisdom according to the number of wives he has.
That's not wisdom, that's wifedom.
Thank you, Viz. Great pun. So he has 15 children. 15 fucking children. Okay, let's read on.
Child support, do you think he would have to pay?
Yeah, that's
if that were a sin?
That's exactly the issue here. Some of his wives have sued him for child support, and that is why child support is a sin, because he can't pay for his 15 fucking children. Notable among the United Nation of Islam critics are at least 10 former members, including Maureen and Hafeen Jenkins, two of Royale Jenkins' children from his first marriage. Sorry, not Hafeen, Hanif. Hanif was a member of the United Nation of Islam for 6 months and then became a critic of its operations. Maureen joined the United Nations of Islam in 1985. She claimed that she married Joseph Kelly, one of the first members of the United Nation of Islam, and also studied United Nations of Islam theology for several hours a day for years. In 1997, Royale Jenkins declared that Kelly was a reincarnation of Elijah Muhammad. Okay. A claim that the Nation of Islam rejected. In 2002, Maureen Jenkins claimed that her father threatened her life and the life of her youngest child after she attempted to apologize to the victims of a beating by United Nation of Islam members. Viz, have you been cut off again?
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay, so yeah. Let's read on. A beating by.
I'm still here. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here. She then took her infant child and left the United Nation of Islam. Members continued to harass her. She stated that the United Nation of Islam was blocking her attempts to communicate with her other children, and attempted to gain custody. Sorry, that's why you're not allowed to try to gain custody, but according to the United Nation of Islam laws, because
no, all the men are gods, and they don't need to pay child support. They just need to work at the gas station.
the godly gas station,
so
exactly.
Clear.
As of 2003,
as was decreed by Allah himself.
As decreed by Royale Jenkins, Allah in person. As of 2003, she had filed divorce.
That's the Allah official Twitter account.
Listen. As of 2003, she had filed divorce and still sought custody of her children. Maureen died at her home on October 14, 2008, shortly after her 45th birthday. She just died. Just inexplicably died. At the age of 40.
They're not. Do they have any more information on like how, or do they just know that she's
just dead at the age of 45 for no reason?
Did she have a stroke?
No clue.
Was she murdered?
Listen, I could look this up, but I prefer to pretend I think she was murdered. Okay?
I'm gonna go with that too.
I'm deliberately not finding out. Let's just agree that she was murdered.
There's an immediate following that just says human trafficking, and I want to know all about that.
We're getting to that in a moment. In 2003, the United Nation of Islam stated that Maureen Jenkins was operating out of vengeance, scorn, anger, desire, and treachery, and proposed that she seduced reporters with the guise of a scoop. In the same statement, Royale Jenkins is quoting as announcing the time when those who conspire against the rise of the black man, including black women, will no longer be tolerated. After the death After her death, Jenkins described his daughter as a traitor, stated that the death of my daughter Maureen was more than justified, and exhorted his followers not to mourn. Viz, I feel
Oh,
you're
justified?
justified. Her death was justified. He didn't murder her, but her death was justified. Okay, Viz?
Okay.
Completely justified, but not murder at all. Okay?
Definitely not murdered. It was totally justified. It was God's will. I mean, the
Justified,
will of
unmurdered.
Allah.
Royale Jenkins, a line
It was,
person. Viz,
it was the.
human trafficking. This stream is gonna get dark, and it will get darker and darker as we go from group to group. In
Well, of
September,
course it's gonna get dark. It's about the black.
yeah, they're all black.
Space gays.
This in September 2017, Kendra Ross brought civil suit against the United Nation of Islam, stating that she was forced into unpaid work for 10 years and made to move to various cities from the age of 11 until she escaped at age 21. She was forcibly separated from her mother at 12. Her lawyer stated that this organization just took away her childhood. Blah, blah, blah. It's very interesting. Basically, she sued them for making her work at basically sweatshops for all her childhood. And, well, let's find out how that worked out. So let's look at some United Nation of Islam related links, and we'll find out more about this story.
The sweatshops where they're making those little crochet voodoo dolls?
Maybe, maybe that.
Is that why they all look like teddy shit? Because they're made by little slave kids?
No, that's a different black cult. It's not this one. Listen, okay.
Are you sure? Because you said they're all linked.
Yeah, but they're not that linked. I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that a puppet? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, those are all puppets.
Those are all puppets.
God, they're all...
Those are all puppets.
That's horrifying.
Listen, this is the Facebook
I thought that was
page.
people sitting in an airport. That's disgusting. They're all puppets.
All puppets. Ventriloquist puppets. Almost entirely.
Oh,
no! No, yeah.
They're all ventriloquist dummies. Oh, that's worse.
Nothing but ventriloquist dummies. This is the header of this of the value creators. This is how this group is called now. It's called the value. No longer the United Nation of Islam. They are now the value creators, and they create values with these horrible fucking puppets.
This is getting increasingly worse. You were right. This is getting darker and darker.
I told you so. I told you so.
It's gonna get darker than a single mother household.
Listen, this group has 87 followers. Let's read a little bit about the United Nation, about the value creators.
Is that another puppet? Is that a Santa Claus puppet?
It does not appear to me that the person running this group has anything to do with the actual United Nation of Islam. I think this is just one of their crazy members who decided to make his own Facebook page. Okay, let's read some of his. Okay. For a time is coming when people will no longer listen to the sound and wholesome teachings. They will follow their own desires and will look for teachers who will tell them whatever their itching ears want to hear. They will reject the truth and chase after myths. Okay, let's look at the second picture, Black Santa.
Alright, it seems pretty standard. It's like a little Black Santa figure. It's holiday decoration.
Next picture.
It looks kind of like one of those animatronic ones.
Next picture. This guy's face on the $3 bill.
A really bad Photoshop of that guy. It's not even his full face. It's like a half crop.
And they like fucked up his hairline. He looks like he's balding. This is what the value creators are up to now. Let's see what else. Kevin T. Kyle, Royals Charlie McCarthy, Google it. Royale is still around, writing regularly through the Facebook identity Kevin T. Kyle. Who else knows that Kevin T. Kyle is just ghostwriting for Royale while Royale is hiding from Mr. Bobo? Who the fuck is Mr. Bobo?
Maybe a clown? Is he hiding from a
clown? Maybe. And like this guy's asking, where are these writings being posted? All their sites and pages seem to be gone. Let's see. What facts do you have? Let's see what else. What else has he got here? So this is just some crazy guy who was accusing someone else of being Allah Royale in person, of course. Continues to amaze me. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's go look around at some more websites of the of the value creators. Would you like to look at some more websites?
Abso-fucking-lutely I would.
Okay, let's look at this one. This one looks don't remember why I saved it, but let's see what it is. Now there aren't a lot of websites, and we're going to learn why soon. United Nation of Islam Classroom. I think. Oh, this is great. This is a page that gives some background about the United Nation of Islam. They have some details that you will not find on Wikipedia, and it's pretty good information. The United Nation of Islam is a small African American religious group led by Royal Jenkins, who claims to be Allah, the Arabic word for God. It is distinct from the Nation of Islam, a larger religious organization which Jenkins is a former member of. The group, which is said to have about 500 adherents, has also played a considerable community role in Kansas City. Background, Elijah Muhammad, his son, blah, 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 blah. Formation, not very interesting. Beliefs, here we go. Members of the United Nation of Islam believe that Royal Jenkins is Allah in human form, and that their mission is to create a better world through dedication and mathematical thinking, according to former members. Followers are taught that extraterrestrial scientists will one day arrive to help destroy all negative forces on Earth, including the entire white race.
Wait, what did you say? Oh, what forces of Earth?
Extraterrestrial scientists will one day arrive to help destroy all negative forces on Earth, including the entire white race.
Oh, you said negative forces. Okay.
Negative. No, I said negative, Viz.
I only heard you say
No.
They're gonna come destroy all the negative forces of Earth.
All the negative
Can I get
forces.
an N in chat for negative forces?
Don't encourage her. Do not put N in chat. Though these beliefs do not show through in the group's public image.
N's in chat to dispel the negative forces so that the scientists get here faster.
Let's read a little bit about the United Nation of Islam's culture. Followers of the United Nation of Islam maintain a polite and clean image in public, except for the time they beat someone up, and abstain from alcohol, tobacco, soda, red meat, which they believe to be unhealthy. The community in Kansas City is tight-knit, with members sharing resources under the supervision of their local leaders. Its adherents also have a unique way of talking, avoiding words like hello and awfully, which they consider to have negative association, and using share in place of the word say. This is some
You
really...
gotta let him speak his speech.
This is some really arbitrary shit. Do not say the word hello. Never say the word hello, and do not pay alimony.
Hello is a white word. You have to share.
Ooh, they start their own university. Let's see. Okay, they say the standards of living in the colony, they live in a colony, are low, also alleging that members have low privacy and find it difficult to leave the organization. They also complain of brainwashing and low educational standards at the community school, which is called the University of Islam. Okay, let's look at another site. Okay,
University. Ooh,
yeah, they have
real prestigious here.
That's some bougie shit, huh? Fucking university.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Ooh, look at this fancy fucker. He went to the University of Islam.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I'd like to dispel some of his negative energy. Can I get an NI in the chat for negative Islamic energy?
No, do not post anything in the chat that Viz tells you to post in the chat under any circumstances. Let's look at some channels, some YouTube channels by members of the value creators. Okay, would you like to look at some YouTube channels?
Abso-fucking-lutely I would. You know, you don't even need to make that a question.
Well, I want you to participate, okay? With something other than telling the chat to post racial slurs in the chat. Listen, I followed this guy for exactly. This is the only reason.
All talking about the Hebrews and Solomon. Oh, we are really gonna get the truth here.
Oh, you will not. I assure you, you will not. The only reason I saved a link to this guy is because his name is Truth Patrol. Now let's watch one of his videos and tell me
No,
how
I'm
you
pretty
feel.
sure the fact that
I'm
he
sorry.
isn't gonna be truthful is, in fact, telling us that it's truthful as fuck.
Yeah, we only look at truth seekers here, real truth tellers. Okay, so let's. I'm gonna show you one of the videos and tell me what you think about it. Give me some impressions. Let's click one of the Hebrew Israelites videos. Let's see what they have to say.
Oh, oh boy. Oh, yes. Okay, can we turn our volume up on him, like, a
No,
little bit? Because I can't hear shit.
no, the volume is all the way up. He's just sitting in front of his television. This is how he makes videos.
Oh, was that a tiny Star of David? Was that a tiny, tiny Star of David?
Yes, that is the tiny star of David. He is
Beautiful.
he is just sitting recording his television, his broken ass television with his cell phone and uploading that shit to YouTube. So I don't think
Nokia. It's like a goddamn Nokia phone.
yeah. So I don't think we're gonna find the truth on this YouTube channel, but has been a
I
running
don't think
theme.
so because I can't hear anything. His volume is shit.
Neither
His
can
audio
I.
mixing is shit.
There's no audio mixing. He is filming his television.
It can't even call it audio mixing because you would need to have audio for that.
Yeah. So
His silence mixing is shit.
it's just fucking noise. But has been a running theme so far, hasn't it? Like none of these people, none of these groups know how to work a camera or a microphone or anything. But let's look at another.
About Odd Guy, they are all pioneers of web design. Don't you remember all those great websites we visited
Oh yeah.
that functioned in an optimized way, and when you zoomed out, it couldn't see the full web page. You had to scroll to the side.
Yep. Let's look at another YouTube channel. Let's see what this is. Why did I save this one? I think this is. Hold on. Oh, here we are. This is the official Value Creators YouTube channel. It hosts a few of the videos of Royale, a line person.
Boy,
I'm sorry?
oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. I just want to look at one video. So this is one of the members explaining their group. This is one of their most watched videos.
Why do those girls look like they're maybe 15?
Yeah, I think this is one of the $50 this guy has.
Why did they look so underaged?
Because they're all underage. These are all fucking cult members. These are
Like
his
they're going to
children.
be in the next, like, they look like they're going to be in the next episode of Cuties.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna play the video. Let's see what she has to say. It's just 1 minute long. Let's watch all of it.
Welcome. My name is Velvet Jenkins, and it is my pleasure to help open your mind up to something new and valuable. However, first, would you like to experience life at its purest stages without any forms of negative trying to rob you of your happiness? If so, this is the place that will guide you to eternal peace and freedom.
I
We
feel
are
like
the
she's
value
going to teach me
creators.
how to
We
make
are
friendship
commissioned by the
bracelets.
Supreme Being, Royal,
Viz, I can't hear you. I'm
person,
listening to what
to
she's saying.
magnify life, peace, and love. We will return the planet Earth to its original design and perpetuate unimaginable beauty. Whoever you are, whatever nationality you are, if it is your
Unless
will
you're
to
white.
participate with us, the ones who love a treasure creation as it is, then you will most certainly experience heaven on earth. Allah is waiting for you with open arms to give you all that you want and more, your own kingdom, free of negative. The choice is solely up to you. If you seek more understanding or have any questions, here's where you can learn all about us. Thank you.
I am not being held against my will. I am being treated very well.
Looks like she's going to teach me how to make friendship bracelets on some kind of kids show.
She looks like there's a guy just off camera pointing a gun at her.
She looks mixed.
She does look mixed, but which would be strange
She doesn't
because
look black, she looks Mexican.
that would be strange because white people are the devil. So okay, so this is the official.
Maybe she is Mexican.
So
Maybe that's what she's mixed Mexican black.
I don't know, Viz. Let's try to go to the website that they're telling us here. Okay, you wanna try it out?
Okay, thevaluecreators.org.
The
They have a 1-800 number. That means if you call them through Skype, you won't get charged for anything. You can just go and call them.
I need to get a Skype number and start calling these people and see what they have to say. Okay, so let's try to go to the website. Let's see what happens. Oops, it looks like the website is gone. Very strange. And I looked at several websites, and all of them are gone. All of the value creators and United Nation of Islam websites are gone. And we're gonna find out why that is.
What?
Hmm?
Why are they? What? They're just fucking gone.
They're just fucking gone, and we're gonna find out why that happened right now. Let's just let me get this link here, and let's go to an interesting news article. A judge orders arrest of Kansas City cult leader who claimed to be Allah.
Ah, shit.
Nearly 6 months after ordering a cult leader and his group to pay almost $8 million in damages to a woman they've effectively enslaved for 10 years, a federal judge has ordered the cult leader's arrest. Royale Jenkins was a founder. Was a founder and the leader of the Value Creators Incorporated, formerly known as the United Nation of Islam. On Friday, U.S. District Judge Daniel Crabtree issued a bench warrant for his arrest after finding that Jenkins had ignored numerous court orders. In May, Crabtree found that Jenkins and the Value Creators, which is based in Kansas City, Kansas, had forced Kendra Ross to work without pay for various businesses run by the group from the time she was 11 years old. Here, with reckless disregard for the plaintiff's health and safety, defendants intentionally and maliciously trafficked and forced her to work in their residences for excessive hours, all without pay or benefits, Crabtree wrote in his 57-page ruling. Crabtree's damage award was believed to be the biggest verdict ever awarded in a human trafficking case. Neither Jenkins nor lawyers representing him or the Value Creators appeared at the May hearing. I just like you to remember that this is the biggest damages case in the history of human trafficking, and this is the first record we're going to be seeing here, but we will see another much worse record later on in this stream. Okay, Viz?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jenkins is sought to reside in Arizona, but listed a Kansas City, Kansas telephone number on the docket in Ross's case. A person who answered the phone at that number claimed to be Jenkins' liaison and said he would forward a request for comment to Jenkins. Jenkins, a long-distance trucker, declared himself to be Allah 4 decades ago. At the end of the testing period, 2 scientists, angels, actually came physically and took me on a small craft around the universe to acquaint me with who I am and what already exists, to ensure my success in being myself, Allah, the Supreme Being, Jenkins wrote on his website, according to a detailed investigation by The Pitch magazine in 2003. In Kansas City, Kansas, the Value Creators operated a variety of businesses with the word "your" in their name. Now let's just scroll down a bit. The court thus concluded that the bench warrant calling for the United States Marshal to apprehend Royale Jenkins is the appropriate sanction for this demonstrated civil contempt of court. Ross's lawyers, Betsy Houston, blah, 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 blah. He hasn't otherwise shown up or made attempts to follow the court's order or otherwise respond in a timely manner. The point is, they have... here we go. Houston said that while lawyers have not recovered the full $8 million, we have made significant progress in terms of garnishing on some of the bank accounts, and we've identified a lot of properties and businesses they own. It just takes time. So basically, all the sites are gone because Allah is on the run from the police, and all of his businesses have been seized by the FBI to pay for his massive amount of debt. And that is the story of Allah Jenkins in person.
Well, that's why child support is a sin.
Child support and generally just suing God. Do not sue God. That is also a sin.
That's right.
Okay, let's see if I've missed anything. Okay. So, now I'd like to move on to our next group. Now, the interesting thing about this group is that I did not see any mention of it on Wikipedia. I accidentally found it, and I'll show you how I found it very soon while I was looking around for information about the third group and about this one. It just sort of fell in between them, and it does not have any information on it, almost nothing, but it should because it's a very interesting little group, and we'll learn a little bit about it now. So I'm going to go to their website, and they are called, hold on, the New Nation of Islam, led by their leader, the Son of Man. Let's say, let's go to the home. Let's go to the homepage first. Let's look at the homepage first, okay? The New Nation of Islam under the leadership of the Son of Man. A scriptural discussion with the Son of Man. It's kind of loading like shit. I'm not very good at the streaming stuff. New Nation of Islam progress. Okay, let's read a little bit about their leader, about the Son of Man. Viz, you want to learn about the Son of Man? Viz, are you still alive? Viz, you sleepy bitch. Viz has died. I'm sorry to inform you, Viz is
What's
dead.
happening? Is anything showing up or?
Yeah, you're fine. Can you see anything? Here we go. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Okay. So do you want to read a little bit about the Son of Man, the leader of the
No, I can't. It just is broadcasting live at times below.
Viz? You're chopping up a little bit. Are you okay? Okay, your connection is kind of shit, but I'm assuming you can hear me, so I'm just going to keep on reading as if you can see what I'm saying or showing you or respond. Because the show must go on, Viz. Leader and teacher of the New Nation of Islam. Okay, Viz has disconnected and she will reconnect in a second. There we go. Leader and teacher of the New Nation of Islam, messenger of the covenant. Burps always improve the stream. The Son.
Sorry, my connection's been exceptionally shitty today, so.
That's fine. So I'm going to read a little bit about the Son of Man, the leader of the New Nation of Islam. Are you ready, Viz? I'm going to take that as a yes because I can't hear you. The Son of Man, leader and teacher of the New Nation of Islam, was born November 26, 1950 in Lean, Mississippi. Shut the fuck up, Viz. I'm reading. His parents were sharecroppers. They moved to California when the Son of Man was about 3.5 years old. He grew up in Los Angeles, California. In 1973, the Son of Man visited Muhammad's temple, where he heard and accepted the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He attended Temple 27 in Los Angeles, California, after the Honorable Elijah Muhammad passed in 1975. The Son of Man realized, thanks to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that he is the Son of Man, whom the teaching was designed to raise from the dead level to a living perpendicular. What? What the fuck does that mean? A living perpendicular? Anyways, Viz.
Like my position.
He is the living. Yeah, Viz, I can barely hear you, but continue talking and maybe I'll hear some of what you're saying. That's fine. So he is the living perpendicular. He began teaching in 1975 and later moved to Mississippi, where he established the foundation for what has now become an up-and-coming business district in southwest Mississippi. He did not do that. The Son of Man, with the help of the brothers and sisters followers with him, has already laid the foundation for what could be a marvelous beacon of inspiration for the black community throughout the United States and then the world. He has invested a great deal of time and money in establishing state of the art facilities. Doubtful. We'll learn more about his state of the art facilities soon. Um, and acquiring those are not state of the art facilities, I assure you. And acquiring land to continue the building of the new nation. He has demonstrated sincerity and an unwavering commitment to seeing us truly independent by putting into action what he teaches. The Son of Man is teaching his people to awaken to righteousness, come together as a new black nation, and to do for self. So he seems like a good guy. He seems like a real up and coming leader of the black nation. Okay, I feel close to this man. I feel like I can trust him. We're gonna learn more about him right now. So let's read on. He is now ready to first show our people and then the human family as a whole what we are capable of accomplishing if we truly come together in unity and righteousness. This directive will finally bridge the gap between between religion and business, thus enabling us to realize significant progress as a people and become a model for this world. This is one of the components that has been missing in our community, a truly divine, enlightened, and uncompromising voice to both uplift our people mentally and provide tangible works that give us solid foundation physically. Yeah. So I'm not going to read the rest of it. Basically, he sounds like a good guy. Pretty okay considering it's a split off of the Nation of Islam. This guy must be one of the good guys, right? Viz, you better rejoin the fucking stream. Just leave and rejoin, you sleepy bitch. And hold on, I'm gonna give myself a little water. Reading is difficult. Ah. I think God does not want Viz to be on the stream. She has insulted Allah. Therefore, he has cut her fucking connection. Let's go ahead. So that's pretty interesting. But let's read more about the new Nation of Islam. All we've learned so far is that the Son of Man is perpendicular, apparently. So there's a possibility here to donate directly to the Son of Man or to the Unity and Rebuilding Fund. Although both of them go directly into the pocket of the Son of Man. There's no real difference here. Progress, radio station, contact. Let's see how I contact them. I'm going to click on over here. If you have any questions or comments for the Son of Man, feel free to call him directly at any of his numbers below. Friends, you can call the Son of Man yourself. Or preferably call text the Son of Man during the meeting time by clicking on the YouTube or Skype link on the homepage, the New Nation of Islam, 5306 Red Lick Road, Loreman, MS 3909. Basically, yeah, you can directly call the Son of Man at his home. I would really like...
That'd be an honor.
Viz, I'm glad you're back. You're here right on time. Viz, so how do you
Sorry.
feel? How do you feel about the Son of Man so far? Does he seem like a nice chap? Seems pretty sane, right?
He seems definitely the Son of Man.
He is definitely the Son of Man.
I have no doubts whatsoever.
Definitely the Son of Man. Definitely perpendicular, right?
I am certain that he is full of substantial.
Full, yes, he is. He contains significant. So
he does. He absolutely contains significant.
Contains significant. Definitely contains significant. So, but compared to the human trafficker alien, he seems pretty normal, right, Viz? Viz's connection is completely shit, but it's okay. I don't actually need her. I just need to
Pardon?
feel like I'm talking to someone. So he seems pretty normal, right? Comparatively. I'm going to assume she said yes. But I decided to look a little bit deeper into him, and the first thing to pop up when I was looking into him was hold on, this Muhammad v. Muhammad, a court case. I can't hear Viz, but I know she's laughing. Let's read a little bit about the court case of Muhammad v. Muhammad. This case presents a problematic issue of child custody between competing parents in a setting colored by equally sensitive subject of religion and beliefs and values. We are asked to determine whether the trial judge's assessment of the issue of custody was impersonally tainted by his view of the validity of the appellant's religious beliefs. We're asked also blah blah blah. Okay, so this is just a way to test your understanding of the law, but this is an actual trial between him and his wife, who filed for divorce because she didn't want to be part of his cult anymore. Initiated procedures. Hearing was held. Robert J. Muhammad and Deborah Muhammad. I'm looking for the good bits. Okay. Here we go. In July 1987, Deborah Muhammad and the couple's 2-month-old child, Rahida, relocated to the university. With the agreement of Deborah, Robert remained in Flint for a few more months before permanently relocating to the university himself in October of 1987. Robert sold the couple's house to Deborah's father and sold and disposed of some of his personal property, including car. A substantial portion of the proceeds was given to the new Nation of Islam. A second child, Rahim, was born to Robert and Deborah Muhammad on August so and so. Robert and Deborah had been experiencing marital difficulties before moving to the university. Deborah indicated to at least one person at the university that she had tried Islam and moved to the university with Robert in an effort to save her marriage. Deborah testified that she had been unhappy in the lifestyle at the university from the moment she arrived there. The University of Islam is comprised of members of the new Nation of Islam. Members of the new, they all have their own universities. It's really weird. The members of the new Nation of Islam practice the Black Muslim religion. Great. The new nation and the University of Islam are under the leadership of Mr. Marvin Muhammad. To his followers, Marvin Muhammad is known as the Son of Man. According to Marvin Muhammad, he is to his followers as Jesus Christ is to the Christians. He is accepted as their savior in the sense that he provides them with the spiritual guidance necessary to attain salvation. The chief earthly mission of the new Nation of Islam is to unite people of Africa, of the African diaspora, in establishing so and so and so. Approximately 20 of his followers dwell, work, and practice their religion in the University of Islam. I'm trying to find the good parts. Let's see. There were approximately 10 or 11 children residing there when Deborah Muhammad and her 2 children lived there. The ages of the children, at the school ranged from 2 to 15 at the time. All instruction was given by a single teacher with the aid of one assistant. Hold on, let's see what Viz is telling me as she is cut off from me. She is still trying to rejoin us, friends. Soon she will be with us again. Virtually every aspect of life at the university is impacted by religious doctrine. The social and family structure is strongly paternal. Men are viewed as the maintainer of their wife and children. That's pretty good. She's still trying to reconnect. Women are required to submit to their husbands. Nice. The role of the woman is viewed as primarily as being the helpmate of their husband. Childcare is one of her chief responsibilities. Women make no decisions. They cannot leave the confines of the community without the permission of their husbands. Members of the faith are not allowed to ingest alcohol, tobacco, drugs, or other intoxicating substances. Viz continues to send me messages, but I will not read them. Neither are they allowed to eat red meat. Although the food supply is adequate in quantity, the diet at the university is fairly limited to beans, broccoli, fish, bread, cauliflower, and sometimes corn. Meals are restricted to one per day. That's great. For adults, fasting from these meals periodically occurs. So there's enough food, but you're not allowed to eat it. Women are required to breastfeed their children. At least some of the milk and juice received by women through the Women, Infants, and Children WIC program go to the operation of the group's bakery. So they are stealing. So they are on. Oh my God! They are on food stamps. The government is giving them milk and juice for their children and babies, and they are stealing it and making bread in their bakery to sell to people to continue the operation of the cult. So that is some beautiful shit. That is a great cult. That is truly a great business. Hold on, I need to tell Viz to get on the fucking stream. Hold on. Oh, she cannot connect. She is incapable of connecting. I'm sorry. We will have to continue this stream without Viz until she can rejoin us. Hold on. I need to just click on over on the keyboard and tell her that if you are able to reconnect, join back in. I will continue as usual. She will continue to try to rejoin us, chat. I'm sorry, Viz has died. Viz is dead, but she might return to us from the other world. For now, we will have to continue without her. So what have we learned about the Son of Man so far? We have learned that his wife divorced him because he kept her prisoner in his cult, which does not allow you to eat more than once a day, and sometimes forces you to fast, and then steals the milk from welfare to bake into bread to sell at a bakery. So let's scroll on down. Let's scroll on by and see what else we can learn from this. My God. So it keeps going. We read a little bit more. So I would like to. She keeps sending me these fucking messages. Hold on. She's trying to start a new call, and it keeps crashing. I will try again. I will try to add Viz back on. Hold on. Chat. Let's see if she is able to reconnect. It does not appear to be the case. Viz, can you hear me?
Am I in?
You are in, Viz. You have returned to us safe and sound. I will share my screen with you.
I'm kind of baffled.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You're still kind of choppy, and I expect you to go out and die again, but it's fine. So
I don't know how long this will last.
So
if anyone can still get this message, I want you all to know that my last word was the N-word. I just wanted you to tell my wife, nigger.
Stop saying. Thank you, Viz. You have once again.
My last act.
Thank you, Viz. You have once again said the N-word on my stream. Thank you. Viz, so did you hear what
I was going to have one last word on this stream, let it be known.
Viz, have you heard what I told the chat about the Son of Man? Have you heard?
My entire internet tanked. I didn't hear shit.
Okay, I will give you a summary of the Son of Man. So after I found the Son of Man, the new Nation of Islam's website, I went ahead and looked a little bit more into him, and I found the only thing I found was a court case where his wife was filing for divorce. Apparently, according to her, they are a cult. He keeps them all living communally. Adults are only allowed to eat, their food is adequate, but they are not allowed to eat anything except for vegetables, and they're only allowed to eat once a day, and sometimes they have to fast, and they also get free milk and juice for their children from the government, and they take that milk and juice and they then sell it at their bakery.
They're
The-
selling their own handouts?
They're selling their own fucking food stamp foods at their
Oh my
and it's
God.
called this place too is called the University of Islam. Every fucking group has their own University of Islam.
This is the blackest religion I have ever come to
This one
know.
is even worse, and he too has a lot of children, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna go back and keep looking into this. So I would like to try to find a word I'm looking for. Vio. Here we go. No, that is not the. Okay, so they did not find evidence that he is violent, but I can't find the exact place, but she did accuse him of hitting her, his wife. As I told you, this stream will get dark, but I'd like to read some of the actual exchanges between between the Son of Man and one of the attorneys. So I'm gonna go look for that piece. In the appeal, he raised the following issues: religious freedoms. Okay, here we go. This is an exchange between his wife's lawyer and him. Would you like me to read a little bit of this?
Oh,
Let's go. Okay, and so the lawyer says, and also it is part of your religion that you have some problems against white people, Caucasian people. He responds, yes. And you consider us devils? Yes. And you teach the children that white men are devils. I will teach children the truth. I am asking you, will you teach them that white men are devils? That the white man is a devil? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that you bear that feeling.
that's right.
That's right. And that you bear that feeling and you make sure that everyone in your religion bears the same type of beliefs. For 400 years, this is his response, for 400 years, we have been over here mistreated by you. By him? Marvin Muhammad, not you in particular. Am I a devil? If you had been in the days of your forefathers, and then all speak at once, unintelligible.
What?
This is the actual this is the actual stenographer's fucking writing. The lawyer asks him if he's a devil, and he begins to respond, and then everyone begins talking at once. Everyone in the chat, several people are typing in the chat. And then the judge says, wait a minute, that's so tired. That's such a tired argument. Please don't bore me with that. And then he responds, well, he brought it up, Your Honor. I don't care if he brings it up. The judge is angry at him for accusing him of being a devil. Let's look for more places where the word devil appears. Devil.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. There are 17 mentions of the word devil in this document.
That's right. That's right. And all you so-called Asians is going into slavery.
Here we go. Here's another quote from the fine Son of Man. Allah has revealed what I just said, that the Caucasian is the devil. So I'm not going to deny that simply for advantage, for some kind of advantage from you. And the judge responds, I guess a guy that's in the Ku Klux Klan can say the same thing, that Jesus Christ came to him in a dream and told him that black people are devils. And he responds, well, they've inflicted enough hatred and murder on my people, so they obviously felt something about us is unjustified. It just keeps going like this. So, I didn't come to Europe and steal white people from their land and enslave them. Y'all came to Africa and stole us. Don't try to put that jacket on me. And
Y'all are sold from other Africans.
He's fucking having a religious discussion with the judge. Let's look at more uses of the word devil. Let's see, the court, devil, devilish, devil. I'm looking for quotes from the Son of Man. Let's see, devil, devil, devil. Oh, here it is. At other points in subsequent proceedings, the counselor continued to express his disagreement with the teaching that the white people are devils, but also clearly stated that his disagreement with such teachings would play no part in his decision, At the conclusion of the cross-examination of Robert Muhammad at October 1991, the following exchange took place. The judge.
Oh boy.
The judge to Robert Muhammad. There are a lot of things you say I completely 100% agree with. I don't like being called the devil, but on the other hand, and then Robert Muhammad interrupts him, my children would never come up to you and call you that. The judge says, no, but you did, but nonetheless, that makes no difference. I didn't call you that. You know, he, Mr. the lawyer, asked me, were we going to teach white people were devils? And I have never said that to you, and I hope that when I do talk, I'm being respectful, and if I'm not, you can tell me and I will correct myself, because it's not my intention to be disrespectful to anyone.
No,
He does not mean to disrespect them by calling them devils, okay? He says, okay, but as far as what we teach our children, the court interrupts him, that's what you choose to believe, blah, 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 and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, basically he argues with the judge about who's a devil, see if there are any other mentions of the word devil, people are devils.
Oh, it's because they're not teaching hate speech, they're teaching the truth.
They're teaching the truth. At least he didn't get the truth from aliens, okay? At least aliens didn't tell him this.
Well, they're not aliens, they're super scientists from the early days.
No, this one does not believe in
underground.
This one does not believe in super scientists. He only believes that he is perpendicular.
What? Okay, so I'm getting real lost.
No. The first, listen.
You believe in super scientists?
Let me clarify it for you. So the first guy we talked about believes that alien angel super scientists kidnapped him and told him that he's God, and this guy believes that while he was listening to Elijah Muhammad, he had an epiphany and found out that he was God. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So I mentioned earlier.
I'm a woman, so you have to be patient.
I'm sorry. I will be patient in the future. Hold on. So I need to quickly go find something that I didn't say, but I told you earlier that there was a very interesting way in which.
Archive it either.
No. I just forgot to save a link. Hold on. Let me just find this. So I told you earlier that there was a very interesting way in which I found this person, right?
Right.
Hold on. So I'm just going to show you how I found him in a second. As soon as I find it. Okay, I seem to have found it. I just need to get the link. Here we go. I found it. And I'm just going to pull this up for us. This is a video I found on YouTube while investigating the previous guy, Royal Muhammad, who was kidnapped by aliens, okay? This is a video called... Shut the fuck up, stop it. Hold on. It's jamming a little bit. Hold on. My connection is a little shitty, but that's fine. I'll just reload it real quick.
So's mine, right? So,
yeah.
Not in any position to judge.
Yeah. Okay, let's let it load once again. Streaming is difficult. I'm gonna mute this real quick. We're gonna have to wait a second because my connection is barely handling the streaming despite being on the lowest setting possible. But just a second.
You're barely handling it.
Here we go.
I'm barely
in
here. This is about par for the course for us.
Listen, Son of Man and Royale debate.
Oh boy.
Yeah. These two guys.
It's another black debate. Another black debate, everybody. Oh,
Great, right? These two guys, both of which created splinter groups from the Nation of Islam, both of whom believe are God, have both, at one point, debated each other over which one of them is actually God.
Oh wow, this is like the Pharaoh Seti, all that shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make this play a little bit. I'm gonna take this a little bit. So before I actually play it, no, you know what? I will play it. I'll turn the volume back on and I'll give it a quick play. And tell me if you notice anything about this video. What can you tell me about what you've heard so far?
I'm seeing a hilarious looking hat, and I am also having garbage audio.
Exactly. Just like the truth seeker and every other group we've looked at so far, these people do not know how to work a camera. This debate is here on YouTube, but it is impossible to understand anything any of them say. It is
Typical.
it is 2.5 hours of these two idiots arguing with each other over which one of them is God, and it is impossible to understand a single word.
Of
Yeah, well,
course.
yeah, of course. This guy's standing, this guy's sitting. They're both dressed like idiots. Royale, by the way, has almost no teeth. he was. I forgot to mention. I was going to read it in a different article, but he is a former criminal, of course, and he lost almost all his teeth in a car accident.
Hey. Don't be racist.
I'm not being racist. Why would I imply that Allah, the God himself, is a criminal?
Not a criminal. He was just an underprivileged man fighting against the system.
He is an underprivileged God, Fizz.
Oh yes, of course. He
I-
ascended to godhood. I forgot.
So I know nothing. Yeah, I know nothing about this debate, and I am not good enough at audio engineering to repair this to understand what they're saying. But I can read
Could be
the.
repaired.
I could theoretically fix this. I should give it a try sometime. But I can read you the description of the video. Would you like to hear the description?
Yes, please.
May Allah, assalamu alaikum, may God peace be upon us. This recording has been released by the New Nation of Islam. This debate between the Son of Man, the leader and teacher of the Nation of Islam, of the New Nation of Islam, and Royale, the leader of the now defunct United Nation of Islam, took place on November 2006. This is 2006 quality recording. The debate came to a stop when Royale decided to stop answering the questions of the Son of Man and instead let his secretary Adam, also known as James, take his place in the debate. So like somewhere during this debate he just stopped and refused to continue talking to him, and that's where the debate ended. I am definitely curious to know what the hell these guys talked about. But unfortunately
Well,
I cannot.
Not letting me answer the question.
If there are any qualified audio engineers willing to work for like $2, I'll give you a 20. I'll give you a 20 if you can fix this.
He's not gonna give you any money. You have to understand that he doesn't give money. He doesn't pay people.
Listen. Just if any of you knows how to audio engineer things properly and thinks he can save something like this, please contact me on Twitter. The DMs are open. Take this, fix this. I'll give you like a little bit of money. I will not give you a lot because I am cheap. So this is as far as it goes, as far as these two groups. And now it's time for us to move on to the final group, Viz. Are you ready?
The final group.
The final.
I don't think I can be ready.
No,
I don't think it's physically possible for me to ever be ready for this.
Oh, I assure
Let
you.
it happen.
This one is by far the worst. This one is by far the worst, okay? So
Okay.
before we do that, I'd like to show you some pictures of the person we will be talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and find some pictures I found related to this individual, and I'll show them to you, and I'll later show them to the chat. Hold on, let me just go and find them. Oh, where did I save this? Did I forgot? Remember seeing this? Oh, maybe it's
God
here.
damn it, Odd Guy! You never save anything, and you
No,
never archive any of it.
I did save it. I did save it. Hold on. I just need to. Oh, I think I found it. There we go. I just saved it in the wrong folder. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures of the person that we will be talking about. I'm gonna send all of them to you, and I'll show them to the chat one by one.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'll start by showing the chat the first picture. I'm gonna pull up the first one just so they can see it. I'm gonna take this up over here.
God.
Hold hold on. They haven't seen it yet. Hold on. Let me just find it in my folders here again.
I'm sorry, I'm just so excited.
Okay, and now the chat can see it. This is our cult leader, Dr. York. Become a Dr. York fan.
York, love again.
I can't read this shit. Can you read it?
Well, it says, become a Dr. York fan. Something order today. His songs and smooth voice has touched many hearts worldwide. He says each song is a hidden message. Available for booking, contact York's Productions P.O. Box 4370 Eastington, GA 31024.
You don't have to read those numbers, but
they were very small.
Yeah, so this is our cult leader at the beginning of the 70s or 80s. I'm gonna show them the next picture. Hold on, let me just.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is the main.
Oh no!
This is the leader of our new Islamic cult. So I'm gonna show them the next picture.
Are we looking at them walking around the little pyramid?
This is the picture of the little pyramid. This is the next.
I love it.
This is a picture from
the little pyramid they made.
He's the guy in the middle with the big hat. This is
of course he is. Of course he's the guy in the middle with the big hat.
This is our cult leader.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's just fantastic.
Hold on, let me. Oh, I accidentally sent you a picture I did not want to send you, but I am now forced to share it with this chat. But let's go to the picture after that, not the news clipping. I'll hold on. I'll pull that one up.
Not the news clipping?
No,
not the 30.
No, the news clipping comes last. Hold on.
Okay, the news clipping comes last. I'll put the news clipping to the very end of it because I'm really excited about the news clipping because I love his facial expression and the way he is holding that paper.
Okay, so I am showing him the next picture. I love this one. Look how crazy he looks. He's giving
Is
you
it the one with the white hat and the big eyes?
Yeah, look, he's staring at my soul.
Look at his little look at his gods on either side of him. There's like Anubis.
Yeah.
There are these paper mache masks. Yeah. And everybody in the back has these little fezzes on.
And the fez has a little Illuminati symbol, I think.
Oh, that the Eye of Providence? Oh, that's perfect.
He looks like he should be on a. This looks like the set of a.
His eyes so wide open. He looks absolutely terrified. It's great.
It looks like the set of a Michael Jackson video. Look at this shit.
No, this looks like a budget fan video.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the next picture. Hold on.
Like this. Michael Jackson at least had money to not have paper mache god mask.
Okay, let's show the chat the reading material. I'm gonna show them the reading material. These are some of the books.
Oh yes, of course. To collect them all. Collect them all.
Like fucking Pokemon.
All supplies last.
By Dr. Malachi Z. York.
This dude. Look at the orb on top of his head.
Look at this dude. Look at his fucking
Look at the top of his head.
Oh god,
I just love I don't know if it's like the face he's got, or if it's like the orb, or if it's the Dr. Malachi Z. York Supreme Mathematics series. Collect them all while supplies last.
Supreme fucking mathematics. Okay, I think it's
It's
time.
a series. It's a series on Supreme Mathematics.
I think it's time for the coup de grace, for our chat to fully understand who this man is.
Oh, are we going for the picture, the news clipping
Yes,
now?
the news clipping.
Oh,
York sentenced
God
to
bless.
135 years. Nuwaubian's leader. Supporters say it's not over, but let me assure you, it is over.
It'll probably be sentenced to life because it will probably be convenient to get a man of my stature off the streets. This case had molestation. I'm being prosecuted for my religious beliefs. Look at his smile.
He's so
His
fucking happy.
smile.
That is-
Everybody around him looks disgusted, and he is thrilled.
He's so fucking happy. Look at him. Okay.
He's just thrilled. Everybody around him is absolutely disgusted.
Look, he's fucking. Oh, he's ecstatic. Okay.
He is absolutely thrilled.
I think it's time for us to actually read a little bit about the Nuwaubian nation of Moors. That's what the Nuwaubian nation of Moors. You know what? I'll
That's right.
Much to my shame, I must begin with a Southern Poverty Law Center article. I don't like doing this.
Oh my god. Well, what do you mean shame? They're clearly a very trustworthy source.
Listen, they have the best article on this guy, so I'm gonna have to defer to them this time and this time only, okay?
They are the most trustworthy of sources. Southern Poverty Law
The
Center.
Southern Poverty Law Center. Nuwaubian refers to their belief system, which mixes black supremacist ideas with worship of the Egyptians and their pyramids, a belief in UFOs, and various conspiracies related to the Illuminati and the Bilderbergs. As Nuwaubians, I'm just going to call them Uwubians from now on.
What's this? Notices your Egyptian culture. Ooh, what's that? Notices your pyramids. Hey, yo, what's that?
This will not be so cute once you find out why he's in jail. Not as a theology, but as a factology. Right knowledge of factology.
Oh,
or a slew of other names. The group's founder and leader Dwight York took extreme advantage of his adherents sexually abusing their children and conning adults out of their possession. In April 2004, he was sentenced to 135 years in a prison for molesting children. Not so funny now, huh, Viz? I told you this will get dark.
Notices your unsupervised
child.
Hey, yo, what's that?
Oh boy. Let's read it in his own words. We are the indigenous people of these shores. Before the settlers from Europe came to these shores, spreading their way of life, their filth, and religion. That is in his own words about himself.
Oh my god, is he the guy? Is he the Pope says stand up? Is he the Pope
No.
says stand up?
No.
That's not the Mississippi
No.
River, it's the Nile.
No, it is not him. That is a completely different guy. Let me read his next quote.
Are they at least the same religion? Because this feels like the same religion.
Nothing even remotely related. White people
God damn it.
White people are the devil. They say the Uwubians are not racist. Bullcrap. I am. White people are devil. I am. White people are devils. Always was, always will be. Dwight York from his lecture, Egypt spelled incorrectly, Egypt and the Mask of God.
What?
I'm reading where the quote is from. Dwight York from his lecture, Egypt, with the word Egypt spelled incorrectly, Egypt, Egypt, and the Mask of God. Let me read the next quote. Listen. Christianity is merely a tool used by the devil, pale man, to keep you, the Nubian black man, woman, and child, blind to your true heritage and perfect way of life, Islam. It is another means of slavery. And Dwight York, it's a quote from his essay, Santa or Satan, the Fallacy of Christmas.
We was gangs and shit.
This is part of his lecture on fucking Santa.
We was gangs.
Let's read the next quote. Sister, let's learn about the Uwubians. The Caucasian has not been chosen to lead the world. They lack true emotion in their creation. We never intended them to be peaceful. They were bred to be killers, much like pit bulls, with low reproduction levels and a short lifespan. What you call Negroid was to live 1,000 years each, and the other human 120 years. I don't understand what he's saying. But the warrior seed of the Christians is only 60 years old. They were only created to fight other invading races to protect the god race Negroids. But they went insane, lost control when they were left unattended. They were never...
No alphabet, not even numerals.
Not even numerals, Viz. They were never to taste blood. They did, and their true nature came out. Because their reproduction levels were cut short, their sexual organs were made the smallest, so that the female of their race will want to breed with Negroids, to breed themselves out of existence after 6,000 years. It took 600 years to breed them, part man, part beast. Okay, white people have small penises, so that
I'm sure this has nothing to do with Yaku, because this is starting to sound like the breeding.
No, those are all false religions, unlike Nuwaubian Moorism. Dwight York, a letter dated November 10th, 2004. This is your message, Nawaja and Divina. I don't know what this means. Background. By building a cult he trained to regard him as God, Dwight York was able to create his own personal empire, which over which he exercised dictatorial control. But before he was God, he was a struggling ex-convict born 1945. Dwight York was arrested for statutory rape on June 25th, 1964, for having sex with a 13-year-old girl. He was given a suspended sentence.
There it is.
Yep. He was given a suspended sentence and put on probation. York broke probation later that year when he was arrested for possession of a deadly weapon, assault, and resisting arrest. As a result, he served 3 years in prison. As a result,
good boy, he didn't do nothing.
God did not do nothing. When York was released, he worked as a street peddler in Harlem, selling pamphlets he had written and other items including incense. York picked up a handful of followers, many of whom lived in his and his wife's apartment. York's group was originally known as Ansara Pure Sufi. In early 1970s, they moved to Brooklyn and took on the name Ansaru Allah Community. AAC men were sent to the streets to sell pamphlets and books and incense. The literature raised money for York and his group, but it also promoted the AAC and encouraged leaders to come to York to preach. Basically, they're leaving out the part where he used to be a member of the Nation of Islam. This is why this is a splinter group of the Nation of Islam. He originally was part of the Nation of Islam, but then made up his own religion.
That's right.
AAC members in Brooklyn were asked to surrender all their possessions, live in York's barrack-style apartment, and work for free. Many were given a daily quota of $25 to $100. This isn't very interesting. Let me give you some details. He basically, how he got all his money, he went to, I think, Saudi Arabia and found some guy with his own cult, convinced him that he's going to America to spread the word of his cult took a bunch of money from him, and then joined the Nation of Islam, formed his own cult, then changed that cult into something else, became a musician, signed Onyx, by the way. Onyx were part of his record label, and basically it just completely went off the rails. At one, let's read on.
Never on the rails, though.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay, he spent about 5...
There ever a time where this wasn't insane?
No, never. Let's see. I want to find the good part here. If there was a good part, I don't remember. Okay. It is difficult to describe the Nuwaubian belief system because it has changed over time and lacks consistency. The group has put out dozens of books, many of which were largely plagiarized from New Age works. As a result, Nuwaubian mythology is a disorienting mess of UFO theories, talk about the significance of Egypt and the pyramids, references to Atlantis, and retelling of stories from the Bible and other religious texts. A common claim is that the original humans were black and that blacks are genetically superior to other races. White people are called devils, a concept derived from the Nation of Islam's beliefs. But Nuwaubians allege that... There we go. But Nuwaubians allege that their lighter skin color is a result of leprosy and the fact that their ancestors mated with dogs and jackals. The Nuwaubians know that white girls fuck dogs, okay? You can't hide the truth.
No, white girls are the result of fucking dogs.
White people were created from fucking dogs.
So maybe that was why white girls are fucking dogs now, because it's like they're going back. The primal instincts take over.
You know what? I should move this a little bit so people can read this. No. Hold on, I'm trying to move something around a bit. Here we go. I'm not very good at streaming. Okay, I will continue. Okay, let's see. Mix of UFO theories. Okay, in 1993, York bought a 476-acre property in Putnam County in Georgia, I think, and moved there with the members of his Brooklyn chapter. The relative isolation was probably what appealed to him. He was running from the police, by the way.
I read the words relative isolation, and I thought to myself, oh, fuck, he's starting a compound.
Yeah, the FBI was after him by that time. The largest...
Okay, so compound now.
Yeah. Okay.
Go full Georgetown or something, right? Or are we going to go Waco? What direction do you think this is taking?
Hold on, you'll find out. The move may also have been promoted by the fact that the group had been investigated by the FBI for criminal acts allegedly committed by its members in Brooklyn, including arson, welfare fraud, and illegal possession of weapons.
God!
This
is getting a blacker and blacker religion as it goes.
Yeah. In Georgia, York dropped the pretense of being Muslim. The group went through several names and identities. For a while, York claimed to be Chief Black Eagle of the Yamasee Native American Moors of the Cherokee of the Creek Nation. Where is Rolf? These are his people. He's no longer a black...
Rolf actually is online. Maybe we could get him in here.
Bring him in. Where is he? Bring him on in. These are his people.
Hang on, I'm grabbing him. Where's our thing? I'm moving over to there.
Okay.
I'll disconnect and move over into our group.
Yeah, move. Okay, hold on. We need to get our Native American friend on the show here. Rolf.
Here.
Hold on, he's connecting. Rolf.
Hello?
You gotta get in here. There's a chair.
I heard something about my people.
Yes.
Yes,
I'll read this. I'll read this part again. This is about Dwight York, the leader of the Nuwaubian Nation. In 1993, no, hold on, I moved on a bit. Okay, in Georgia, York dropped the pretense of being Muslim. The group went through several name changes and identities. For a while, York claimed to be Chief Black Eagle of the Yamasee Native American Moors of the Creek Nation. He even applied for a license to operate a casino. After this failed, York settled on calling his group the United Nation of Nuwaubian Moors, using an Egyptian motif. He also started identifying himself as a god from outer space.
I don't think it's safe to say he's covering all the bases.
Yeah. Listen, he really is covering all the bases. We'll read more about this. He really covers all the bases. Okay? York and his followers built 2 pyramids out of wood and stucco and other Egyptian-style buildings on the compound, which they called Tamara. Most of the Nubians at Tamara lived in camp trailers, while York lived in a mansion on the property. As many as 400 other Nubians lived in the surrounding areas. Viz, what are you sending me? Viz, what are you doing? Oh, you're sending him the pictures.
Just to catch Rolf up as to what
Yeah.
the pyramids were.
Yeah, okay, send him some pictures.
I just want him to be caught up. I've sent the picture to the group chat.
Okay,
This is like alternate history.
yeah.
Oh no, this is the real history. I think
is what
everyone
I was
is
saying, yeah,
really,
this is-
really awoken right now.
Yeah. York's operation became very profitable during a June 1998 Savior's Day. Again, it's the same holiday as the Nation of Islam and all its sects. A celebration at the Georgia compound. York took in about $500,000.
That's a Georgia compound. It's even called a compound.
Yeah. He charged Nuwaubians,
Just say the rule it says.
Nuwaubians, $25 a year for their Nuwaubian passport, which allowed them to enter and exit the compound. A network of chapters and bookstores called All Eyes on Egypt also brought in funds, and members continued to raise money through begging and holding jobs. One of the group's sources of revenue was a night. Yeah. Blah blah blah. They built a nightclub, and the police would not let them operate it because it was not zoned properly. And then what happened is, after attorney Frank Ford represented the county in a lawsuit against the Nuwaubians, his tires were slashed by the Nuwaubians. Spokesman Bernard Ford. A rock was thrown through his office window, and a gutted dog was left in the street next to his house.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They went full fucking hilt there.
Yeah.
I
Also,
thought they were Moorish
you have no
Native
idea how
Americans. I didn't think that they were Moorish Chinese.
You have no idea how
Jesus.
crazy they are. You have no clue. Putnam County Sheriff Howard Silly was sent a number of anonymous death threats. The Nuwaubians claimed that the town's attempt to regulate their buildings were racially motivated. One Nuwaubian flyer referred to 2 local black leaders as house N-words. Though these allegations gained little traction in Eaton, they received national attention. Al Sharpton came to Tamara in 1999 to speak against the town's ostensible racism. And Jesse Jackson spoke at Tamara in support of the Nuwaubian nation in April 2001. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton defended the crazy pedophile. Good, fine, that's fine.
Good.
You gotta
Only the most
stand
reputable.
for your own, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Jacob York, one of Dwight's oldest sons, later learned about his father's Tamara compound around 1998. He had left the cult in 1990. Troubled by the news, he went to Georgia to confront his father. According to Jacob, Dwight told him, "I don't believe in any of this shit. If I had to dress up like a nun, if I had to be a Jew, I'd do it for this type of money." Jacob York.
Oh my hey!
He got everything.
The veil's coming down.
Yeah, he's even a black Israelite. Everything, every fucking cult, he's part of it.
Them and everything. Jeez, this man knows no bounds.
Every religion. Listen, I'll skip ahead a bit. At one point, among his many names,
make me this kind of money.
Listen, at one point, among his many name changes, he referred to himself as Rabbi York, and he spelled rabbi wrong.
Of course he did.
Yep.
Of course he did.
For a while, he was a rabbi. Rabbi York,
Oh,
the Nuwaubian rabbi of
course.
Egypt and China and the Cherokee Nation.
Moorish Chinese Cherokee rabbi,
Yes.
This is like
who's
someone's
also
fucking
Egyptian.
Tumblr page.
And also a soul musician. We didn't show you missed that part, Rolf, but he also has
God,
several
that's right, I
albums.
almost forgot.
Yeah, show him the picture of the album.
Yeah, I'll pull that up right now. I'll pull that up right now.
Ralph, you should see this.
Oh boy.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll keep on reading for now. Here, look at the picture.
Oh, our brother's making some good ass soul music. Let's see.
Yeah, listen, like all of these separatist groups, several hip hop artists were either related to the group or mentioned it in one of their songs. But this guy went above and beyond. His recording company signed Jedi Mind Tricks and Onyx. These pivotal hip hop groups were part of the fucking insane pedophile Nuwaubian fucking recording label. That's amazing.
It's
All
all
Hollywood
connected.
Jedi Mind Tricks and Onyx. These are
Are
very
they
well
all
known.
like that, though?
You guys might not know them, but these are very well known hip hop artists, and they were part of his fucking recording label.
Oh,
It's
yeah, like I mean, aren't all
when I-
Hollywood recording label groups just pedophile
Look, I'm just
Israelites?
saying these names mean nothing to you, but I listen to a lot of hip hop, and I know who these guys are. That would be like for me to hear that Jedi Mind Tricks and Onyx were part of this guy's recording label would be like hearing that Fred Phelps made a recording label and signed. I don't fucking know. I can't even think of a name. I don't know who fucking
performed
Eminem
at
signed.
Jonestown.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
This shit is insane. Okay. In
Here I
2002,
thought that the idea that like that everything is connected. I thought that was like a spiritual kind of metaphorical kind of thing, but no.
Mm.
Everything is connected.
everything
Yeah,
is
you
connected.
thought like, oh well, it's like a Buddhism thing, you know, like we're
Yep.
all connected in the tree of life, man. But then
Yep.
it's like, no, it is all connected by this red twine that I am taping to these photographs on this corkboard.
Yep. In 2002, York and his most trusted wife, in quotation marks, Katie Johnson, were arrested after leaving Tamarra. Later that day, 300 law enforcement officers, including agents of the FBI, the ATF, and several local sheriff's departments, stormed the compound, meeting no resistance. They found about 30 stockpiled guns. On May 2002, in a state case, York was indicted by a grand jury on 120 counts, including 74 counts of child molestation, 29 counts of aggravated child molestation, and 1 count of rape. I told you this would get dark. What?
You know, as you do, you know, everyone gets screws
I'm
up a
still
little bit here or
laughing,
there.
though.
He
When
was just trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was just getting big as a Hollywood producer. I mean, you know, he wanted to get
Yeah.
in with Epstein and
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yep.
That's what you do when you're a producer. You
Or a rabbi.
molest kids and you make music, and
Or,
then you also start a crazy cult
Or a rabbi.
that's probably molesting kids to your music.
Yep. When more
Hip hop
evidence.
lo-fi beats to relax and molest kids too.
When more
Oh.
evidence against York came to light, the number of counts grew even higher. A separate federal level case, charge against York with racketeering and transporting children across state lines for the purposes of sexual intercourse. York accepted a plea bargain in January 2003 after prosecutors promised him a 14-year sentence to be followed by probation. In the deal, York pleaded guilty to 77 state charges on January 24, a date after pleading guilty to a pair of federal charges. The state charges include 40 counts of aggravated child molestation, 34 counts of child molestation, 2 counts of influencing witnesses, and 1 count of child exploitation. In federal court, York pleaded guilty to 1 count of unlawful transport of minors for the purpose of engaging in sexual acts, and a count of attempting to evade financial reporting requirements. York will serve 15 years in federal prison if the court accepts, this is an old article, the plea agreement. Okay. Lawson eventually recused himself from the case due to defense motion by York, and the case went to trial in 2004 in federal court. York was ultimately sentenced to 135 years in prison on the state charges. He was convicted on 4 counts of racketeering and 6 child molestation-related charges. The racketeering charges enabled the government to evict the Nuwaubians from Tamara and confiscate their property. Okay, this is about his wife. 3 other women were initially charged. York.
This is like a shopping list of like every
crime,
horrible thing every crime that you
every
could commit.
religion and every crime.
All the crimes. So here, get the list. We'll just go through them alphabetically.
Yeah. But listen to this. York's prison sentence did not destroy the Nuwaubians. Though they have diminished in numbers, when the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals considered York's case on appeal in September 2005, 200 Nuwaubians protesters demonstrated in Atlanta to show their support. That October, the court upheld York's conviction. In 2009, Nuwaubians tried to get York out of jail by sending false documents to his maximum security prison. Some of the documents were stamped by notaries public, 6 of whom lived in Atlanta. You're going to hear more of this. They convinced several notaries to join their cult and try to get him out of jail.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Oh, there's more, but I don't know if it's in this part, but we'll get to more. Where some Nubians have relocated, they either convinced them to join or they became notaries so they can get him out of jail. Either that or the other.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they are insane. This is like the most insane cult. The sheriff responsible for York's arrest has also been harassed by Nuwaubians. They have sued him more than 12 times and once placed a fake lien on his property. On August 2009, 300 people congregated at a federal courthouse in Makangie to support an appeal filed to get York out of jail. As of 2011, Nuwaubians still protest frequently on websites and online forums defending York's innocence and alleging the government framed him.
What the fuck?
And now there's recent news about him. Let's see.
Wait, recent?
Yeah, well, recent-ish.
How recent is recent?
Recent-ish. United... And the interesting article is Nuwaubians arrested in common law scam.
What the fuck?
Yeah, these people are completely crazy. I love them. 3 members of the black supremacist Nuwaubian group have been arrested in connection with a common law scam. 3 alleged members of the United Nuwaubian Nation of Moors, a black supremacist cult in rural Georgia, have been arrested in another case that illustrates how common law ideology has infected many black nationalist groups. Common law ideology is basically the sovereign citizens.
They're going to cite the Articles of Confederation, which was a defunct document.
Yes. The man, William Carroll, Robert Duke, and Darius Simpson were taken into custody in early October after allegedly filing bogus $283 million lien against U.S. Postal Service bank accounts and property. Police say the 3 then crafted fake checks. They called them certified tender of payment certificates and statements of assignment in accounts, and tried to use them to buy 2 luxury houses in Detroit.
Accepted for value. Oh my god.
Accepted for value, exactly.
Holy shit, they actually are sovereign citizens.
Yes.
This is blowing my mind.
They are every fucking cult. Officials say the men. Listen, officials say the men who worked for the postal service. Why they get into everything? They worked for the postal service. They worked as notaries. They just get everywhere. Intended to sell the homes they bought.
They just get inside every group.
Yeah, they're like the actual Illuminati, but completely incompetent.
No, they are perfectly competent. They're black.
Yeah. They're very perpendicular. They intended to sell the homes they bought.
Right, significant.
Very significant, contains significant. They used the cash to purchase land in Bibb County to establish a new home for the cult. They face theft and identity fraud charges. Nuwaubians began operating as... Okay, I don't want to read things I already read. But in January, York pleaded... No, already read this. The common law technique allegedly used by the three Nuwaubian originated, ironically, in white supremacist groups of the 1970s and 80s. The Nuwaubians' interest in these methods goes back to as early as 1999. A white common law practitioner, Everett Leon Stout, filed both arrest warrants and a multi-million-dollar lawsuit naming several Putnam County officials in the name of the Nuwaubians. Oh my God, they have a white member who was, I guess, formerly a member of a white supremacist group, join their cult and teach them how to sue county officials for arresting their leader. But Stout,
what the fuck?
Yeah, but listen, this guy, Stout, who was wanted for passing a bogus $1 million check in Tennessee, disappeared almost immediately after his paperwork was submitted. These guys are amazing. I'm actually impressed by them.
I'm just really glad that we can see, that this is our modern world, where everyone works together. You've got white supremacists and black supremacists both working together to defraud the government.
Exactly.
I think this is what MLK would have wanted.
You know what? I'd like to go to Wikipedia now. Oh, God, my fucking computer's going insane. Hold on. Nuwaubians. Okay.
The communist computer god just cannot take it.
I'm just gonna Google Nuwaubians. Then I hopefully will go to here we go, Nuwaubian Nation.
You're gonna get on a watch list for that.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'd like to read a little bit about the Nuwaubian Nation on Wikipedia. I just like to find some. We'll read about York himself later. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. York published some 450 booklets dubbed scrolls under numerous pseudonyms during the late 1990s. 450, okay? He styled himself as a... Scrolls, yes. He styled himself as a messianic founder prophet of his movement, sometimes claiming divine status or extraterrestrial origins, appearing on his several years date, blah blah blah. York was arrested, guilty, and so. He was convicted, sentenced, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Here we go. York's case was reported as the largest prosecution of child molestation ever directed at a single person in the history of the United States, both in terms of number of victims and number of incidents.
Damn, he's going for the high score.
Yeah, so remember I told you the previous...
High score plane for every team.
Yeah. Remember I told you the previous guy we talked about? Listen, remember I told you the previous guy we talked about in the stream holds the record for highest payment for child enslavement? They both hold... Right. So this guy holds the record for most children molested. It's amazing how these people are real overachievers.
That's like Goku get him attitude.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Some factions... By the way, you're going to love what we'll get to soon. Some factions of the white supremacist subcultures in the United States appeared to continue to support York in 2010, portraying his conviction as a conspiracy by white power structures. Malik Zulu Shabazz, chairman of the New Panther Party and New York lawyer, describes York as a great leader of our people and victim of open conspiracy by our enemy. By the way, would you like to know more about Malik Zulu Shabazz?
I think I would actually, yes.
Well, let's go to his Wikipedia article and see what he has to say. Public attention. Shabazz first came to widespread public attention in 1994 when Unity Nation, a student group he founded at Howard University, invited Khalid Abdul Muhammad, chairman of the new Black Panther Party, to speak. Introducing the speaker, Shabazz engaged in a call and response with the audience, and it went like this. Who is it that caught and killed Nat Turner? The Jews. Who is it that controls the Federal Reserve? The Jews. Who is it that has our entertainment and our athletes in a vice grip? The Jews.
Oh shit, he's naming them.
Yeah, he is a fine gentleman. And of course, he supports the Nuwaubian nation. Okay, so here's the look.
Why is it that the Nuwaubian nation looks better developed than some actual Native American reserves?
That's true.
Well,
that
that's
is true.
probably true.
Oh, we'll talk
and
about
it. They have definitely molested the same amount of kids.
Absolutely.
So it's the not the source of their power.
Okay, let's see. Native Creek as well as Moors. Hold on, I'm trying to find the good part. Political influence in Georgia. They actually had some political influence in Georgia. Let's see. Oh, here we go. In 2004, 7 officers of Macon, Georgia Police Department resigned from their job in protest against the prosecution of York. 5 of those officers were later hired by the Clark County, by the Clark County in Georgia, jail as guards. 4 of them were fired in 2006. The 5th resigned in the wake of charges that they were smuggling Nuwaubianist literature into the jail, corresponding with the prisoner York, encouraging inmates to rebel against white guards, and showing favoritism to Nuwaubian prisoners. The jail commander was fired after he began an investigation of the Nuwaubians' influence in the jail. He has said he believes that he was fired because he undertook the investigation. These guys control the post office. They are notaries. They're in the jail trying to break out York, and when they get fired for it, they get the man running the jail to be fired for firing them.
Oh fuck! This is like the fucking this is like the meat processing plant. It goes so deep. You remember, Matt? Like I showed you that video with the meat processing guy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The Jewish conspiracy that took over a whole town. It's
Show
like
me later.
that.
I'm curious. Show me later, but not right now. We're on the stream. Influence upon hip hop. Oh my! I forgot some of these names. Let's see. The following were influenced by York: Jazzo, Dougie Fresh, Africa Bambaataa. I don't know who Pseudonis is. De La Soul, Prodigy, Mobb Deep, and MF Doom. These are like huge names. MF fucking Doom.
I think I've heard some of these before. That's how big they are. It's like even me, I think I've heard some of these.
This is
same, and I'm just like, and I'm like completely uncultured when it comes to music, and I'm just like.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, me and both are like completely opposite, and yet.
No,
goddamn.
Hold on. No, Turkey can't join the stream. Stop calling me. Let me continue. Okay, I've lost touch. Here we go. So we're talking about this. Beliefs. Law Center. Okay, let's read a little bit more of their beliefs. There are a lot of like articles about them. Yeah, sorry, Turkey, you've been replaced. Okay, the Southern part of the Law Center describes as. We already read all of this. I'm looking for the good parts. The superficial similarity of York's belief to those of the Heaven's Gate cult led some were.
What? Heaven's Gate?
Superficial similarity, excuse me. superficial similarity. But the point is, they were afraid that they're going to mass suicide because of a comet.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure this is starting to feel
Okay,
official,
hold
though.
on. Turk says he knows more about this group, so I am going to let him join.
Oh boy.
He says he used to
necessarily believe
live
that.
next to them. Hold on, let's see. I'm going to add him. Turk says he used to live next to them. Hold on. I
Get
will.
some first-hand accounts.
Okay, I'm going to add him in here. Turk, stop.
Oh.
Turk?
Hello.
You know the Nuwaubians?
What?
Turk.
Yeah.
Are you a white
Oh my
devil
god, why are you so
oppressing my
loud?
people?
Piece of shit. Hold on. Let me.
Okay. Hey, you're the. You know how much editing I had to do for the video of when I accused you of,
Are you
your
here to talk
illicit
about the
relationship
Nuwaubians or
with your
not?
co-host? What?
Are you here to talk about the Nuwaubians or not?
Yes, I am, and I'm here to talk about the prophet Yaqub.
No, not Yaqub. I don't care about Yaqub. The Nuwaubians. It's a completely different group. The Nuwaubians from Georgia.
Well, they believe in Yaqub.
Turk,
I don't think so.
Turk, are you not confused? Do you actually know anything about these guys?
I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about a spinoff of the Nation of Islam.
One of them, but not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, did I totally fuck this up?
Yeah, there are like 7 of them. Yeah.
Can we salvage this by red pilling me on this in like
okay, Turk,
5 seconds?
just clarify for me. Is the cult you wanted to talk about the one whose leader got sent to 135 years in jail for molesting children?
Well, to be fair, that doesn't really break it down too much.
No, it really doesn't. That could be a lot of people.
I came here guns blazing. I thought I had personal. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, hold on. But who did you live next to? Tell me this story. I'm a little curious now.
So I used to live at a place called Jane and Finch.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody is Canadian, everybody's saying kick him. Yeah, I fucked this up, guys. This was a big mistake on my part.
Okay, you know what? Listen, Turk, we're gonna do a stream next week, and you can tell your story then. But right now, I'm busy talking about the Nuwaubians, so you're gonna have to fuck off.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. Peace.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah, he's still here. He hasn't left. I think he muted himself.
Why
though.
don't you kick me? Any reasonable fucking human being would fucking kick me by this point.
I said you were leaving.
You're the host.
He's implementing like technologies, trying to get into our
You're
minds.
the host of this thing.
Actually,
and by the way, now people are saying don't kick Turk. Red pill me on this.
Okay.
I deserve to be informed like anybody
Okay,
else.
fine. Listen, I'm gonna continue. Turk, I will continue. Don't.
Want to be truly in the know, you're gonna have to follow.
And I'm gonna inform myself in the spare time. I might mute myself.
Okay, I'm gonna continue talking, please, gentlemen and Viz. So they have a pseudo-language, much like the Son of Man, who does not allow his followers to say the word hello. He also has his own language. York taught a number of revealing pseudo-etymologies of English words. For instance, believe is be lie Eve, to lie to Eve's children. Caucasian comes from carcass Asian, meaning degenerate Asian. Dyslexia, from the Greek dice, hard, difficult, or against, and Latin lexia, law, meaning to go against the law. He's just making shit up.
You know who used to do this?
Who?
It used to be Farrakhan with the Million Man March. He used to say, hang on, he used to say, a tone is a tone. And then he would break that down into like Egyptian gods and shit.
Yeah, this guy.
Million Man March.
This is where this guy learned this. This is where he got this from, this guy. Okay, I'm going to continue. God, from the Hebrew letters Gomar, Oz, and Dubar. None of these are Hebrew letters, which signify wisdom, strength, and beauty. These can't signify these things because they are not Hebrew letters. He made up letters. Alternately, this word comes from reversing the letters of dog. How does that work? Hebrew does not have the equivalent of the letter O, and the name of the equivalent letters of G, D are Gimel and Daled respectively. He made up letters.
Oh, that's perfect.
Jesus, a combination of the words Jah and Zeus.
Whoa. Oh, we're getting real wild
Yeah.
now.
USA from
Yeah,
the USA
I'm
comes from
thinking
the
I know what happened
Egyptian.
to like Mary. It's one of Zeus's many sexual adventures.
Listen. The USA comes from the Egyptian word usa, meaning eye. It does not. It absolutely doesn't. Also, I'm pretty sure
USA.
usa does not mean eye either. Okay.
Well, what does the Egyptian word "usa" mean?
Nothing. It's not an Egyptian word. He just made it up. Hold on. By the way, this guy.
I'm sure they
that a
have a
bear?
word called "usa." "Usa," for example, in the Russian language, "usa" means a whisker or a bit of mustache.
Thank
I'm
you. I
sure
speak
in
Russian.
other
I know you
languages
do.
it means something.
You're not even pronouncing it right. Usa. You
It's
have to.
"usa."
Exactly.
I
but-
know, stupid.
Okay.
I'm going on with the bit. Holy shit!
You're ruining it. You're
really
ruining
hostile
you're
to me
ruining my
today.
stream. Let me just
Okay, go
continue.
for it.
I have. May I continue?
No.
Then.
Yes.
Yes. Shut the fuck up. So I just wanted to mention here in the first paragraph, he abandoned Muslim theology and his movement in favor of Kemetism and UFO religion. Just he believes in everything: Judaism, Egyptian gods, Kemetism, Black Hebrew Israelism, everything. He's a member.
Sky is the limit.
Yeah. Okay, so let's click
The
Tom Ra.
mothership.
No, that was no mothership. Those were headlights. You were on the freeway.
Okay, let's read about Tom Ra, the village he built with fucking pyramid. Here's an aerial shot. It's not very good. Here we go. Aerial shot, big pyramid. They later added another pyramid. Oh, here we go. Small pyramid, caravans where people live, little school. This is where he built this compound with money he stole from some Muslim sheik. Okay, let's look down. Acted on your representative. Hold on. Oh, okay. Here's the description of the compound. You like to hear it? You want to hear it? No, not long after you're pretty sure you've gone too far, roll up over one last hill and the pyramids are right there. There's a black one and a gold one, and a brown-faced sphinx facing the road, a tall obelisk, and an arch-shaped gate decorated with anux and other hieroglyphs, through which runs a road lined with statues of mostly animal-headed deities, all brightly painted in primary colors. Further back up on the rise is a recognizable one, Isis, with ebony skin and with her winged arms spread. No level of expectation can dilute the surprise. You can't believe what you're seeing. Tamra, Egypt of the West, has that magic.
Well, the primary colors just reflect his love of education. He never learned how to mix, red and blue to make purple.
Nope, never
It's
did.
like Disneyland.
Like Disneyland.
It does look like a theme park.
Worse. And with more diddled kids.
With a
Purple
lot.
is racist as fuck against underprivileged children.
Okay, so I'd like to read a little bit about Dwight D. York, okay, the founder of this cult. Dwight D. York, also known as Malachi Z. York, Isa El-Hadi El-Mahadi, Dr. York, Erelia, is an American criminal, musician, and writer who is known for being the founding leader of various religious political groups, including most notably the United Nation of Nuwaubian Moors, a religious ministry / Native American tribe that has existed in some form since the 1960s. He is a convicted child molester.
Yep.
He and his group were based in Brooklyn, New York around 1990. Moved to blah, 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 2004, child molestation, 135 years. York began to blah, 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 UFO religions. Oh, here we go. Later, he developed a theme driven from ancient Egypt, mixing ideas taken from black nationalism, cryptozoology, and UFO religion, and popular conspiracy theories. He last called his group, Nuwaubians. Nuwaubians came blah, 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 blah. Arrested, number of incidents. Okay, early life. You know what? I want to go right to the end of this because I want to show you something. List of aliases, okay? York has been known by a multitude of aliases over the years, many of which he used simultaneously. They include the following: Dr. York, Malachi Z. York, Dr. Malachi Z. York L., H.E. Dr. Malachi Kobina Yorke, trademark, Imperial Grand Potentate Noble Reverend Dr. Malachi Z. York, 33 degrees over 720 degrees.
Now,
Keep-
I
just
actually
leveling
find it a
up.
little bit offensive because that list didn't mention one of his more popular aliases, which is Mumkey Jones.
Yes,
can't
Monkey
believe
Jones,
it.
of course. But let me read a few more. Counsel General Dr.
Can't dead
Malachi
name him
Z.
that way.
York, copyright trademarked. General L. Mufti, Divine Noble Reverend Dr. Malachi Z. York L. El Said El Imam Isa El Hadi El Mahadi, Asaid El Imam Isa El Yahadi El Mahadi, Isa Abdallah Ibn Abu Bakr Muhammad, Isa El Hadi Al Hamdi, El Hajj El Imam Isa Abdullah Muhammad El Mahdi, Ira Ay Said El Muhammad, Es Said Tundi
Oh,
the Divine. Listen. Listen, let me read you the last one. This one's the longest one. Copyrighted
his own name.
Yeah, copyrighted and trademarked.
His names are songs. They're
Listen,
beautiful, beautiful songs.
Let me read the
You're
longest
right.
one.
Flow.
Girl, please sing one of them.
I love how it's Dr. Malachi, Imam, Rabbi, Reverend, Doctor again, everything. But let me read the longest name. This is the longest name.
That one's a rap. It needs a beat.
Let me read the last one. Ira Ay Said El Mumbara Isa El Hajidi Tundi the Divine Noble Black Fellow. Black Fellow.
And then Clashing of Swords starts playing while you're reading the name.
And listen the note at the bottom. Note, there is no documentation of completing formal degrees to support his use of the title doctor.
Yeah, you know that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're born with the name doctor, and then people don't respect it when you get older in life. You know, man, it can get complicated. Like when my parents named me, they named me Dr. Smooth, and I had to change it because nobody respected me as a doctor.
Yeah, I mean, I had to change my name too. My name was Muhammad Ilhaya Zanda Zaid Malik Al Malak Dr. GZ York Reverend Doctor, trademark, copyright 730 degrees. Thank you, Kirk, for the beatbox.
37 degrees gets me.
The beatbox is part of the name. According to a birth certificate issued by the United States, York was born in Brooklyn, Massachusetts. At age 12, he went to study Islam. As an adolescent, he moved in with his family. I'm just skimming through these. He later changed his name to Imam Isa Abdallah. By the way, he's not an imam at all. And renamed his Ansar Pure Sufi ministry to Nubians in Brooklyn in 1967. The group was considered a part of the Black Hebrew phenomenon under the name Nubian Islamic Hebrews and Nubian Hebrew Mission. As of 1969, unlike other groups, they were not Judeo-Christians but Judeo-Islamic. This was also the period Black Power among... Okay, boring. Blah, blah, blah. Woman in this...
This skips over the really good part where he went to Japan and he established himself as a YouTuber, Jake Paul.
Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Jewelry and merchandise, Coney Island. Oh, here we... You know what? I want to look up a word. Rab. Oh, here we go. The community in Brooklyn reported as identifying as the Holy Tabernacle of the Most High and also as the Children of Abraham was said to be led by Rabboni Yeshua Bar El Hadi. That's him. He briefly changed his name to a Hebrew name and incorrectly named himself as a rabbi, which he pronounced incorrectly also. They practice yeah. So, musical production, of course. Let's see. Here we go. His Passion Studio recorded artists like Force MDs, Fredo Star, Onyx, and Seda Sonics. I don't know why I thought Jedi Mind Tricks was on this. Maybe Jedi Mind Tricks was related to someone else. Ministry of Fraternal Order. He created a fraternal order at some point. Dwight York changed his name legally in 1990 to Isa El Hadi Al Mahdi. When he was still living in Brooklyn, he changed it again in 1993 to Malachi York, but also adopted a number of titles and pseudonyms, including Supreme Grand Master Dr. Malachi Z. York, Naya Malkahazak Kod El, and Chief Black Eagle. In 1985, York added Miracle Performance to his repertoire. He claimed to materialize sacred healing ash in front of his followers, much in the fashion of Sithya Sai Baba. It's also an Indian cult leader. He stole ideas from a lot of other cult leaders, by the way. Hold on, let me drink a little.
Everything is connected.
Yeah.
Everything makes you want to drink.
It's not plagiarism. He was inspired.
Listen, his idea of creating a little town for him to live in was stolen from another female cult leader who also built her own town and was also, I think, invaded by the FBI. Let's see. By the way, the pyramid was 40 feet tall, just so you know. Asset forfeiture.
Now, what nationality was the person that built this pyramid?
The Jews. It was the Jews. We built the pyramids, all of them.
No, hang on. I don't believe it was the Jews. Somebody in chat is informing me it was something that starts with the N-word.
No, it was absolutely no. It was the Jews. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he's right. It was the
Nuwaubian.
No, I'm sorry. He was right. It was the Jews. The Jews.
Hang on. Are you gonna get flagged if somebody just reads chat?
Listen, Viz constantly says the N-word. If I'm gonna get flagged, it's too late.
Constantly trying to sabotage.
So I'm allowed to just read chat.
Read it. Just read it. Go ahead. Read it.
It says, nigger!
Thank you, Turk. As usual.
There we go.
Yeah.
Very based.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Okay. This is the part you need to hear about. Arrest and conviction on child molestation. There's a part here that other articles did not cover that you need to know about. Blah, blah. Okay, here we go. When York was finally indicted, state prosecutors literally had to cut back the number of counts listed from well beyond 1,000 to slightly over 200 because they feared a jury simply would not believe the magnitude of York's evil. It is believed to be the nation's largest child molestation prosecution ever directed at a single person in terms of both number of victims and number of alleged criminal acts. Over 1,000 acts of molestation. They literally did not tell the jury because they thought they would not believe them.
I can hardly believe them.
Okay, now
I get
was this
skeptical about big
1,000?
numbers. You know this.
Hang on, I'm very curious about this. Was this 1,000 acts by 1,000 different perpetrators?
No,
or
1,000
was this
acts by him.
1,000 acts by one person.
By one person, the leader of the cult, raped children 1,000 times at least, or possibly raped 1,000 children.
Over how many years?
Oh, wow, it's
Honestly,
hard to...
I have to say, that sounds a lot like
hard to
cultural
say. I
appropriation.
don't remember...
That's...
I don't know where the prosecution starts. Is it from the beginning of his cult in the early 70s or just from the formation of Tom Ra? I don't know, but he did molest a 13-year-old.
How many years would you, let's eyeball it?
Yeah.
Let's try to
Did he
kind
just
of
constantly
round
have
it out.
himself called
How many
demon
years
child
would you say
at
it is?
all
Sorry,
hours
Viz.
of the day?
Well, listen, if it's
Sorry, Viz, I talked over you.
if it's throughout his entire period of operation, it would be about, I guess, 40 years. But if it's just from the period in Tamra, then it would be around less than 10 years. 1,000 rapes in less than 10 years.
So 1,000 rapes,
Of
10
children.
years. That's
He also
100
raped adults.
a year, obviously. That's one every 3 days.
Possible.
Yeah, you could pull that
Roughly.
off.
Like I said, I think that's like immense cultural appropriation of the Native Americans.
Oh, hold
I
on.
think that's...
I'm glad you said that. Because
we
I
got
have...
some base shit going.
I am glad you said that, Rolf, because here we get to the part that's interesting to you. In 2003, York entered into a plea bargain. So-and-so rejected the plea. Lee returned to... here we go. The judge rejected his plea to be returned for his trial to his own tribe after York claimed status as an indigenous person. And here is his statement. Your Honor, with all due respect to your government, your nation, and your court, we, the indigenous people of this land, have our own rights and accepted sovereign, our own government. We are a sovereign people. Yamasee Native American Creek, Seminole, Watatu Mound Builders. And all I'm asking is that the court recognize that I am an indigenous person. Your court does not have jurisdiction over me. I should be referred to the Moore's Cherokee Council Court, in which I will get a trial by juries of my peers. I cannot get a fair trial, Your Honor, if I am being tried by the settlers or the Confederates. I have to be tried. The Confederates. I have to be tried by Native Americans as a Native American. That is my inalienable right, and it's on record.
He ended this speech
The
by going,
articles of
"Hey oh, hey oh."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh.
Am I the only one in this group who actually doesn't think that's unreasonable?
But
For
he's
him to
not
go
a
to,
Native
like, the Moorish
American.
Cherokees? Yes.
He's not
Well,
Native
what is
American at all.
What is he? Have you tested him? Have
No.
you had him go on 23andMe? Have you
Okay,
had him
listen-
tested?
Listen,
He has to spit into
What if he's like
into a little vial.
what's her name? What if he's like Warren?
Warren?
No, listen, you can't make up your own Cherokee nation. The Moorish Cherokee nation of Egypt and Judaism and space aliens, and then have your 3 followers be your jury. Okay, that's not how the law works, Turk.
Dude, my
bold
dad
strategy.
came from Saturn when he raped my mother.
Your dad did not come from Saturn, Turk.
Yeah, he did.
So you're
He told
partly
me
an
so.
illegal alien, is what you're saying.
Turk,
When
is
he
that
used to
why
when
your
he
dad
used to
never
drink
came
a lot
back
of
when you went to
vodka
get those
and
smokes?
beat me over the head with an open fist. By an open fist, I mean the back of his hand, like his knuckles. He
Okay,
used to tell me he's from Saturn.
I'm gonna beat you over the head with a lead
He
pipe.
used to eat a lot of mushrooms too, but
Okay, that
he was
explains
a good
it.
man. I respect
I
him.
imagine.
I respect him tremendously.
Let me continue.
He taught me how to love. He taught me how to love, man.
Can
Did he
I
molest you?
Go
Are we
ahead.
speaking to like
Was
the
your
famous
father Dr.
YouTuber,
York?
Boogie?
No, he
No.
was just a
Martian?
mathematician. No, he was a mathematician. Think he discovered that if you subtract.
Was he a supreme mathematician?
Yeah, he was. I think he
Supreme
invented the
mathematics,
zero, but
Viz.
I'm not sure. He might have
Supreme
just been drunk.
Moorish mathematics. We have a true Moor in the chat here with us.
It's
all
all
coming full circle.
connected. It is all connected.
I'm going to continue reading.
It's all connected, my dude.
He asserted to the court that he was a secured party and answered question in court with the response, I accept that for value.
You!
Yeah, accept that for value. He's
Literal sovereign citizenry over here.
Yep.
He is using word magic accepted for value. sign it with your golden signature, Earthchild.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. York believes that his betrayal, arrest, trial, and imprisonment, and eventual release was foretold in Chapter 2 of Zachariah Stinch's book, The War of Gods and Men, with York being represented by Marduk in that story. I don't know.
I've actually read that book. I
Really?
read that book. Yeah, it said bitches receive stitches.
Okay, you did not
receive 86s.
I should have known you're lying when you said that you read something. Okay, as of 2020, York is serving in blah, 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 blah. His followers said in 1999, blah, 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 blah. Teachings, that doesn't actually have an article. I checked. Claims of extraterrestrial origins. York has claimed to be an extraterrestrial master teacher from the planet Rizq. He wrote...
Rizq.
Yeah, spelled R-I-Z-Q. Rizq. Or Rizq. He wrote, "We have been coming to this planet before it had your life form on it. My incarnation as an Ihad Muhajjasid, or Avatar, was originally in the year 1945 AD. In order to get here, I traveled one of the smaller passenger crate called Sham out of the mother plane called Merkava or Nibiru." He is stealing this from the Nation of Islam. This version of York came to Earth on March 16th, 1970. Comet Bennett, which was visible on this date, is said to have really been York's supercraft. York taught that...
Listen. I know you're laughing at this.
Okay.
Were you there?
In 1970? No, I was not. I did not.
Because it was the summer of love. It was probably when it was before your parents even were of age to enjoy the summer of love. You weren't there. You didn't see what was happening. But
I think he's got you there.
I think we're falling prey to a conspiracy. Not only are these guys notaries and they control the post office, they have inserted one of their own into my fucking stream. Turk is a Nuwaubian. He is here. He was sent by the Nuwaubians.
I am just saying, trust what's on the paper. Trust your own intellect. You were not there. You don't know what happened.
Okay.
Well, I mean, his daddy taught him how to love.
Why,
I mean, that's very
did this
Nuwaubian.
magic summer of love happen? Do you honestly discount the idea that maybe there was... I'm not saying it's aliens. Maybe it's angels. Maybe it was drugs.
Turk, shut the fuck up. I have a lot to get through here.
Explanation.
Turk,
But do you dispute that something mystical happened between 1969 and 1970?
Turk, can you shut the fuck up? I have a lot to get through.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Claims of extraterrestrial...
I was trying
Go
to
sit in the corner.
Sorry.
Shut the fuck up. Let me read. Okay.
I'm just going to go masturbate quietly in my corner and
Thank
cry.
you.
Just like Daddy would have wanted.
Okay. This version of York came says York taught that the mothership Nibiru would launch the Crystal City or New Jerusalem, Book of Revelations, to our solar system from its position in Orion, a 40-year process of taking the 144,000 chosen few, see Book of Revelations, 12,000 each from the 12 tribes of Israel, into the planet craft Nibiru, began on August 2003 and will end on August 12th, 2043. These chosen few will be groomed, that's a nice use of words, for 1,000 years and return to Earth for the final battle against Lucifer and also to redeem man from 6,000 years rulership of the devil and his seed. Descent, aliases. Okay. We have read enough from Wikipedia. Now let me get a drink.
The 6,000 rulership of the devil and his seed. That's very much like the Nation of Islam.
Yeah,
but the 6,000 yeah.
Yeah, but the 44,000 chosen few is an obscure part of Judaism that was stolen by the 5% nation and was then stolen by this guy.
Oh, it's like a game of
Oh
Chinese
God!
whispers.
Yeah.
God forbid something steals something from the Jews for once.
No, he's not really a Jew. The 5% nation are not Jewish.
Mm.
Okay,
Oh.
let us continue, my
I
friend.
know you. I know what you did in Beirut, motherfucker. I know. You.
Of course you know, I admitted it on Twitter. Let us look at some YouTube channels belonging to members of the Nuwaubians. Okay, let us go and see what that is about. Oops, wrong. Sorry, I copied when I should have pasted. Hold on. Noop2. This is not an actual, I'm just showing this so if anyone in the chat would like to watch the actual trial of the cult leader child molester, he got a video called Prosecutor Describes Dwight Malachi York's Child Abuse. That's kind of dark. I don't want to show it on the stream. And Dwight Malachi York admits to molesting children. So if you'd like to watch that for your own amusement, you're welcome to do that. It is on a channel called Nooptu, spelled Nooptu, if you're curious.
Oh,
And
boy.
listen, all you
drop a
detractors,
link
just
to that
keep in
in the
mind, it's
description when
only
you upload this.
1,000 children.
Only 1,000 children. You are
Like
correct.
that could be a mistake. For
Okay.
all 1,000 children, that could be a mistake.
And okay, I seem to have only saved this guy's channel. So let's go to the current official website of the Nuwaubian Nation. Would you like to do that,
Yes, please.
Turk? How do you feel about that? I asked you a question, Turk.
Listen, I dropped my microphone on the ground when I need to get a cigarette. Okay,
Okay.
yes, I'm all for it.
And Rolf, would you like to see the website of the Nuwaubian Nation?
I would like to see the website of the Nuwaubian Nation.
Nuwaubian
which-
Nation. So this is a website called Nuwaubianfacts.com. So I'm gonna go there right now.
Oh boy, we're gonna get destroyed with facts and logic, huh?
Facts.com. Let me just make this a little bit larger, maybe. Here we go. Nuwaubianfacts.com. Yamsi Native American Moors of Cherokee Nation letter of intent to the Bureau of Indian Affairs. This is a beautiful website. It has everything everywhere. Look at this shit. It is just fucking crammed to the brim.
I don't want to admit this, but this is actually on my resume because I directed this.
Oh, thank you. Good job. Let me explain something to you about the followers of Dwight D. York. They're completely psychotic, and they will not stop until he is released from prison. So,
Jesus.
yeah, they're constantly trying to break him out of jail, send people to work at the jail, and they have this. They harass people who claim he molested them, try to get people to take back their testimony. Let's click this. Who is Dwight D. York? Let's click this.
I am loving this web design.
Me too. Dr. Malachi Z. York, these are some pictures of him that I've shown you. Here's more pictures of him. He is creepy as hell. Notice to the brother behind.
Oh no. I just
What?
saw something down the page where he is denying being a diplomat of Liberia. Can you just scroll down for 1 second?
Okay.
Yeah, just a little lower.
I've went as low as I can. Let me just look for Liberia.
Yeah,
The word Liberia does not appear here.
it doesn't.
No.
I swear to God, I just fucking saw it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No,
continue.
you're on the wrong fucking page of it.
Yeah, I already moved.
There's so much delay.
We'll go back.
Okay.
We'll go back in a second. Let me just show
Okay,
you.
just forget about it, and then I'm gonna go for a walk, and we'll
Go.
go to the main page of this, okay? Because
Okay.
I do want to talk about this, because this is kind of important to the whole scam. The whole scam.
Turk, if you go
happening
for
here.
Turk, if you go to the page, the next page I'm going to look at is the front page again. But when you get back here, we will look for Liberia. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Our Constitution, copycat case video, government key witness recants her testimony, federal court, partial transcript. Jacob York and the real Dwight York, he doesn't have the middle initial D in his legal name. Okay, so they're trying to convince people that someone else molested all those children. This is their new defense after the... Yeah. After the nation, the tribal nation thing didn't work, they're trying to tell people that this.
Copycat case video.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Copycat case video.
Yeah, they're trying to convince people that it wasn't Dwight York who did this. It was it's gone. The FBI got it, but they're trying to convince.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're trying to convince people that it wasn't Malachi York who ran a cult for 70 years and molested 1,000 children. It was his evil twin brother, apparently.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
We're not saying that they all look the same, but they all look
No.
exactly the same.
Copycat case.
You're just taking advantage of like numbers with that.
That happened to me once, man. That happened to me once when
Your
my evil twin brother bought a blue Slurpee, and then the fucking store clerk tried to get me to pay for it. It's fucked up, man. There's doppelgangers all over the place. It's fucked.
Thank you, Turk. The copycat case of the McMartin trial of California, Potamo Grand Jury rescinded, top Nuwaubian, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, October, and so by Bill Boskin. Anton, the state has expanded, but it's already blah, Georgia. Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, they're trying to convince people that someone else molested those children. Let's see. This is pretty long.
Totally.
I'm not going to read all of this. Let's go.
Molested those kids. He was too busy being Allah.
Hang on, easy peasy. Before I go for my walk, I want
Yeah.
you to put yourself in this man's shoes.
I don't want to.
I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine that you're a great man,
Mm-hmm.
and that you have a message from God,
Okay.
from God Himself,
No,
Yeah,
I am.
he's
from
not
history. History backs you up.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, somebody comes along and says, "You molested 1,000 children," to break your message. Somebody from Satan themselves.
Well, of course I deny it because I molested at least 2,000 children. At minimum.
Trying to
I
like
would like the
undermine
record to be
Your
your
corrected.
accomplishments.
I would like my accomplishment to be correctly attributed. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Kidnapped May 8th, 2002 AD by the U.S. government. He was kidnapped, not arrested, kidnapped. A proof of conflict of interest with the judge. They're trying everything. He is a Native American. It's a copycat. He is God. He was kidnapped. Everything. Anything they can. 13 years the chief of the Yamsi have been kidnapped and being tortured by the U.S. government in Florence, Colorado, ADX federal prison because Malachi Z. York L. talk of sovereignty for his indigenous tribe. Rolf. Click the picture above for our constitution that have been in effect since 1992 AD. Remember, the Contrapolo operatives are still at work. One of the operatives told us personally that they don't go until it is over. So here's our way to set the record straight with the name game. Read more. Read MOOR. They're very clever. Read more. You can see that, right?
Yes.
Read more.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, guys, look, it's wordplay.
Oh,
Chad, can you see this? Read more.
Oh,
Right.
it's so clever, man.
I
The
love
real
it.
big brains going on here
Great stuff. Hold on. Let me just-
on this HTML website.
Let's scroll down. Translated Nubianfacts.com to 26 different languages. I've already tried this. This is just Google Translate and it doesn't work. Let's see. What else do they say? Read the sign in the banner above in front of the courthouse. One in Chief Black Eagle is a sovereign. He's a sovereign citizen. Keep York's trial open. And another says we knew judge was up to no good, especially when he moved the case to his hometown, Brunswick, where the Yosemite and the Confederates had their first conflict. This is why the government moved the trial to Brunswick. Apparently, they have a long history. The made-up tribe of Indians that he belongs to. Okay.
they had conflicts with the Confederacy.
Yeah, the Confederacy. Even though they don't exist.
The
100.
Confederacy or like the laws of Confederation or something.
I don't
you gotta
know.
look it up. It's the U.S. Book of Codes.
Look at this. Please read this message from top to bottom and view all the videos and click on the pictures. They tell our story. Our story doesn't have a space here. In this illegal kidnapping and help us free an innocent man, Dr. Malachi York, 135 years without parole for what? Racism. They will forget about you. They will forget about you, Dr. Malachi Z. York. That's what they think. Please read everything. Please read the messages from top to bottom and watch all the videos and click all the pictures. Look how long this is. Look how far this goes, and every picture goes somewhere. This website just keeps adding on to itself endlessly.
It's hideous.
Yeah, and it never stops. And it keeps repeating itself.
It's off. This is like Time Cube only.
Yeah, this is Time Cube levels.
Oh, wow. Because, like, with Time Cube, he just kept updating and adding to the top of the website.
Yeah.
And it just kept piling up on the... Instead of trying to make pages for it. Oh, my God.
It never ends. Look, I keep scrolling and it... Look, this is the entrance to Tom Raw. Look at this picture. Nope, I can't look at it. The picture is missing.
Oh my God.
Look, it's still going. Look, it's
I'm
the
watching
lynching of
through
those
the,
guys. Look, this is what they're doing to Dr. Malachi Z. York. Quotes from the Bible.
How dare they?
The fucking just countless videos that they've all made. It's still going. I'm still scrolling. You're supposed to read all of this to understand why he's innocent. Every single word. We are Moors by nationality. Keeps going. It's still going. A little picture of a TV.
Gotta love all the...
Oh, I just saw they were just these black gentlemen just hanging around.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a hammer and sickle.
Because I'm watching through the stream, right? And there's a bit of a delay.
Oh, he was right. Liberia. Turk was right. Liberia. Where is Liberia? Our Maku said no Africa. Our constitution. Who do we trust? The one that was sent. Listen. If you want the truth, just call this number from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The Liberian embassy in Washington, D.C. We did. They said Dr. Malachi York is not a consul general or a diplomat and never was. Ask for the ambassador's assistant, Miss Marshall. We were told that in order to speak to the Honorable Ambassador of Liberia in Washington, we must go through their protocol, so they said we must talk to Miss Marshall. Basically, now they're trying to get him out of jail by claiming he has diplomatic immunity because he is a Liberian ambassador.
This is exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Well, you were correct.
Okay. There was a brief period of time where there was something called diplomatic brokering going on, where you could become a consulate or a representative or even ambassador of Liberia by paying a certain fee, and it would give you diplomatic immunity. Now there's actually a documentary where the documentarian buys one of these, and it fucking works. It fucking works. You could buy a diplomatic immunity to a different country, but it applies across the world because that's how it works.
Holy
shit!
Did they mention President John Hanson?
And this is how blood diamonds got smuggled out of Africa. This is how fucking cheap fucking basement meth got smuggled out of Africa. This is essentially, this was from the 1990s to the mid 2000s and teens, I guess they're called. This was a major fucking real fucking thing where nobody got busted for the horrible shit they did.
Except for, of course, Dr. Malachi Z. York, because he did not apply for his ambassadorship on time. Or
and
he did. Or he did, and the government is lying. Look, I'm still scrolling down. Look,
if he clearly denies it, I'm guessing that means he has it and he doesn't want anybody to know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but he would want them to know about it because he wants to get out of jail, wouldn't he?
He doesn't want his people to know about it, but to
Ah.
the cops, yeah, of course he's gonna say, "Listen, that thing about me not being a diplomat, that's because I want them to think I'm an American. I don't want
No, he wants
I
them
don't
to
want
think
my
he's an
people to
Egyptian.
know I have interests in Africa." There is, I believe, there's a very rational reason why that is there. The moment I saw it for 2 seconds.
Zodok
And
L. What the fuck kind of comic book character ass name is that?
I think he fought Superman at one point.
Yeah.
Let me listen. I have finally scrolled all the way to the bottom, and the final words of this website are novice versus veteran. I don't know what this is supposed to mean.
Well, it's the novice white man versus the veteran cult leader.
Hey, oh, what up?
So this, okay, I want to click some more things. I want you to look at some more things here. Let's read the holy tablets. I'm going to click the holy tablets. This takes you to a
there's
slightly,
holy tablets?
yeah, this goes to a slightly different website with more information.
can we please do this with character voices?
Hold on. I remembered that there was something good here, and let's see which one it does.
Viz is solo in the mix. I've barely heard her. Can you get her to read this and boost her fucking volume up?
No, you hear me. You don't need to boost
No,
my
you're
volume.
so fucking low in the mix. You've been lost the entire time. I haven't heard a single fucking word you've said.
I've been talking to you. You've been answering me. How can you not be hearing me?
Yeah, you sound like a mouse talking to me from my own asshole after I shove that mouse into my asshole.
Listen,
Well, you should stop shoving mice into your asshole and get a better sound.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't turn her up because when I turn her up, all of your audios go through the same port. So if I turn you up, I turn all of you up, and she's already a bit louder than I am. So it's kind of a problem.
Okay. I gotta ask the two of you. Are we gonna address the T-Clips conspiracy theory?
No, we'll not address the conspiracy you made up. Thank you.
I didn't make it up.
Can I please talk?
It's well documented. It used to be until I got banned off Twitter.
I would like to.
Biz, will you address it?
No.
Odd guy, will you address it?
I addressed it multiple times in previous streams. You made up a conspiracy.
Basically, what I'm getting is that this is too hot for you to handle.
Dirk, can I please read it?
You're just an attention whore, and you've already got enough.
Dirk,
after all I've done for you, I've been fair to you guys. I've been so good to you guys.
Dirk, can I please read a little bit more about the Nuwaubian nation? I'm trying
Go
to.
ahead. But the fact is, she never, and she is dating you, and she did leave you.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Turk, may we continue?
Any simps in the chat can redirect their questions to @AidenPaladin on Twitter.com.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't remember which one of these was funny. I remember reading a few of them, and this one's apparently in Arabic, so I don't know what the fuck that even means. Prayer of Ansara is not it. Personal note. I think this is it. I think this is the one. Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit confused, and there's a lot to read here, so let's leave the tablets alone. I just wanted you to see this.
Should we do the tablets next time?
No,
we've been going for a couple of hours now.
No, I want to finish this because we're almost done. We're just gonna look at the website. Oh my God, they have you can exclusive interview with Dr. Malachi Z. York, and there's a picture of an Indian. It's a picture of Urov. There's a picture of an old cassette tape stereo thing. Okay, hold on.
It's recording of First Contact.
Exactly. Okay, let's look a bit more. There were some other things I want to show you. This is some statue that protects their mothers and children, but not from Malachi Z. York. The Sacred Seal of the Moors. Okay, I'm going to look. There was something I wanted to show you. Let me just find it. I think this is it. Okay, so Z. York is currently is in a maximum security prison. And I would like you to look and see who else is in that maximum security prison, okay? So I'm going to... This is their article about how awful that prison is. And here on the side are other convicts. Jared Wade Lindman. Lindman has been another in prison for robbery. And then he stabbed one of his fellow prisoners to death. Then there's this guy. Here we go. Theodore Kaczynski, a.k.a. the Unabomber. And Eric Roberts Rudolph committed the...
Theodore Kaczynski?
Yeah, he is in jail with the...
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski. Kaczynski?
Kaczynski.
No, I'm sorry, the correct way to pronounce his name...
It's Kaczynski, you fucking idiot.
No, it's not... Listen, the actual pronunciation in Russian would probably be Kaczynski. Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
Well,
Okay,
never
go
mind.
ahead.
The Unabomber, the Olympic Park bomber, the terrorist who bombed the U.S. Embassy in Africa, and the shoe bomber. All of these people are in the same jail as Malachi Z. York. That's what I wanted you to see. And let's see, and we won't get to it right now because I want to finish the stream, but there are several videos of people who were either in jail with him, who they convinced or harassed into making videos where they confess that he is obviously not guilty, and several of the children he raped that they have convinced to rescind their testimony. Okay, you know what? I'm kind of tired at this point. My throat hurts, and I wish I was dead. We have been streaming for way too long, and it is hot in here, and I want to be done.
It's okay. I can take over because I'm just starting.
No, it is my stream, and we are done.
Let's show up next week.
Okay. Next week, I'll tell you what we're going to be doing next week. There's one last Nation of Islam cult that we did not talk about. I think they're called the Nation of Yahweh, and they are simultaneously a Nation of Islam cult and Black Hebrew Israelites. So we're going to talk about them, and we are going to transition that into talking about groups such as the Black Hebrew Israelites, of which there are 10 different groups at least, and the Kemites and whoever else I'll find, and maybe even that weird cult I found on YouTube.
Hell yeah!
If it is actually a cult, I haven't looked into it. Good night, everyone. Viz, say good night. Ralph, say good night. My throat
y'all.
hurts.
Good night, Kings.
I am Turk. Whatever. Good night. Oh, I forgot to turn off the stream because I'm retarded.